All right, here we go. Hello, this is Dave Travels Through Time, Channel 2, and today we're doing a Star Trek discussion number 2 with Melina and PD Rich.
Hi.
Hey.
Yep. All right, so we're on, what is it, Star Trek 6 now or something?
We're approaching Star Trek 5 and 6 last week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say that Star Trek 6 is the first one I ever saw in the cinema.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah, first one I saw it in the cinema and it was released. It was one of my favorites for a very long time because of that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you have any memories of Star Trek 6, Melina?
It was like what was it like? I was born in '88, so I don't know. Maybe no. I think like the first time I started watching it was probably maybe when I was 4, and it's because my dad enjoys Star Trek.
Yeah.
So I remember it.
Yeah.
That's the six right? I think it came out like early, like late '80s, early '90s. I don't know when it came out. But but like the very first time I started watching Star Trek was like the next generation.
Yeah.
And then after that I caught up with Enterprise.
Yeah. Same with me. Yeah, I saw Enterprise when I was in middle school too.
Yeah, that was where I was at the peak of me like getting more interested in Star Trek was for me was with Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was like started filming Next Generation and working on it during Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they started filming it. Yeah, we touched on Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home last week.
Yeah.
That's the film that, you can cut about an hour of that film out and you can just have them disappear in time and then come back and it's just it from the Federation point of view.
Yeah.
And it still works.
That music was so jolly, though. It was hilarious, The music
for that. Yes. As I was saying last week, it sounded like it was like Len Roseman's score. I didn't mind the Yellow Jackets. It was good to have the Yellow Jackets because it gave it a bit of a kind of 80s San Francisco beat and vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of what you needed. It sounded a bit Police Academy in places, but yeah, the Len Roseman score was awful. I did not like that score. It was like it was like band music. It was like what? That's the one. It was band music. It was just horrible band music. Like we had a really lovely James Horner score for like 2 movies. Which they kind of tried to replicate. That's the one. They tried to replicate with the 2009 films. Didn't do that great a job. I mean, it's not Giacchino's score is probably the best memorable thing about those films, but they tried to do it, and it just something completely changed to Len Roseman. It's like band music. It sounds like a high school band. It's like wow.
Well, it's like if they couldn't get James Horner, they should have just brought Goldsmith back for that film. Yeah.
They did 5, and that's why 5. That's why 5 probably is passable because it had Jeremy Goldsmith's theme.
Yeah.
They brought the Next Generation theme back up fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he kind of created the Next Generation theme.
Yeah, he did.
It was a motion picture theme remastered.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. It was also Star Trek 6 was also sadly it was when Gene Roddenberry died, passed away.
Yeah, 91. That's right. Yeah, so that would have just been like
halfway through season 4 of Next Generation they were working on.
Yeah.
The episode with the episode got the eulogy on is Unification Part 1.
Right, yeah, where they had Spock, yeah.
Yeah, so what the eulogy episode, because I think wasn't Len Nimoy doing like 2 jobs? He was working on Star Trek 6 and Next Generation at the same time. Yeah. There's also some early pictures from Star Trek 5. I thought it was like 4 or 5 actually. I think it's 5.
Yeah.
Of Leonard, not Leonard Nimoy. Dr. McCoy. Who played Dr. McCoy?
DeForest. What was his last name?
DeForest Kelly.
Yeah.
And Patrick Stewart standing in the Next Generation transporter room set.
Yeah.
And DeForest is in the old Star Trek. Is in a Star Trek 5 uniform, and Patrick's in the TNG season 2, I think.
Yeah.
There's a nice little picture out there of that. So there's that.
Yeah, and then David Warner, he played parts in 5 and 6, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was in. He was St. John Talbot in Star Trek 5, who was the Federation ambassador.
Yeah.
And then he was Chancellor Gorkon in Star Trek 6. So yeah, he came back. We had the late great Christopher Plummer in it as well.
Oh yeah,
Christopher Plummer.
He's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, Christopher Plummer! Wow.
Yeah. A lot of great people in Star Trek 6. I did like that film.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of the best. Yeah.
I think the only thing I ever hated about Star Trek 6 was the Enterprise's bridge.
Yeah,
I didn't. The only thing I hated because they did this kind of cheat on it. I don't know why they did it. They moved the turbo lifts because they did it on the Excelsior set.
Yeah.
But they kept them in the place on the Enterprise A set. And it's like, but they don't physically match the external model now.
It was cool that she still get a ship. That was cool with the Excelsior.
I did like the Excelsior. And if you notice the background, they gave her the wrong rank. She was like, Rand suddenly got a demotion.
Yeah.
She's been Commander Rand throughout Star Trek 3 and 4. Her appearances in Star Trek 3 and 4. Now she's, I think she's like an Ensign Rand again.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Rand.
That's right.
Yeah, she's back to being an Ensign again.
Yeah.
Like, well, how does she be a commander and then she do something very, very wrong, get demoted and put on the Excelsior?
Yeah, she got really demoted, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. She must have really screwed something up.
George Takei wasn't in this. He was in the previous film, right? Not
he was in
one.
5. He was in 5. He was in 6, but he wasn't with the Enterprise crew. Crew. He's Captain Excelsior.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what Janice Rand did wrong.
I know.
You see her in a little cameo in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, where she's shaking her head when the Enterprise comes back all wrecked up.
Yeah.
She's standing there with command. She said briefly in Star Trek 4, speaking to Chapel during the emergency.
Yeah.
She's a commander, still got rank of commander. And then you just hear her again in like Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. She's an ensign. It's like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? What did you do? What did you do? Just destroy a starship? Did you do Captain Kirk? Tell an ambassador to go F themselves.
Yeah.
That's a great mystery about Star Trek Voyager flashback and Star Trek the Motion Picture is how did Rand get herself demoted?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big weirdest thing. I think it's just an anomaly. I just think they gave her the wrong rank. She should have been first officer, but they decided to just have her as communicate. She's not actually listed as Janice Rand in that movie. She's just listed as a communications officer.
Yeah.
Strange.
And then we had Iman as the
Manya. That was David Bowie's wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, excuse me.
She suddenly disappeared. Weirdly enough, she disappeared from.
I forgot
publicity.
About that. I forgot.
It turns out because she married David Bowie.
Yeah.
It's like I thought, well, where's it Iman gone? Because I was someone told me. Someone told me about Axl Rose as well that he passed away, and it's like, well, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. What are you talking about? But Iman suddenly disappeared, and I was told by one fan, oh, she probably died. Turns out, no, she's bloody not. She was married to David Bowie.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, so that's where she went. She married David Bowie. Yeah, David Bowie's widow. Widow. Yeah. Widow were his man. And it's like actor. It's like actor and actress, isn't it? Really, that's why we just call them actors now. The industry's just given up trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Star Trek 6, which was the last great hurrah, the final frontier. Sadly, it was Gene Roddenberry's demise. Passed away from heart failure, I think.
Yeah.
Passed away. He thought he had something wrong with him. Went to see a doctor and died in the doctor's office, I think.
Yeah.
Sadly. Rick Berman's picked up the torch and carried the franchise on to the next generation.
Yeah.
Which started in 1987. Gene Roddenberry was working on it back in 1987.
Yeah, and at first he didn't want Patrick Stewart because he was bald, did he? He didn't want a bald.
No, he didn't want an old captain. He wanted a younger captain.
No, he wanted. Yeah. I think he didn't find it like charming enough, like physically, since I guess William Shatner had physically speaking, it had that kind of.
Hey, TARDIS time, how you doing? Sorry, just
it's like
a fan service, a bit of fan service.
Like he had the, I think what they visualize is like the kind of captain that is very captivating, like very roguish, kind of smooth, kind of looking, and with Patrick Stewart, since he was bald and mature looking, and think that it was gonna capture that essence.
He also wasn't very French, was he?
Not at all.
Right.
English actor playing a French person. That'd be illegal nowadays in Hollywood. You can't do that nowadays.
Oh no, that's bad. But I mean, that happens a lot. I mean, almost
he's sent to a struggle session.
Almost in any movies or series, like anybody who's from like another country, Europe, they put the English accent in it.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, I think he tried to practice in a French accent though, didn't he originally, Patrick Stewart?
Did you hear the one in Star Trek Picard? Still can't do it. He still can't do a French accent.
No.
Sean Connery, really. He's a British version of Sean Connery, just doesn't do accents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but he tried to.
Yeah.
Roddenberry wanted someone younger for the role.
Yeah.
He was happy with Jonathan Frakes, though. That was
he didn't have a problem with him.
Yeah.
And then
you do know about Will Riker, don't you? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's okay.
You do know about Will Riker was actually kind of a replacement for Will Decker.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because the whole point of it was after Phase 2, it was kind of turned into the motion picture. Roddenberry wanted to rerun Phase 2. I mean, this is kind of what the Next Generation was. It was Phase 2 based 80 years in the future.
Yeah.
On a brand new ship. And this is what Roddenberry was trying to do. This is why. So Ilea became Counselor Troy, and Will Decker became Will Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I think it's quite an important point.
It's another face.
Yeah. Yeah. So that happened. I brought that, and Denise Crosby was originally supposed to be Counselor Troy.
Yeah, I was going to say that just then too. Yes, good point.
Sorry, I'm taking all your facts away from you.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm being selfish with the facts.
You know more. I think the other person. See, my dad knows a lot.
Yeah.
I know what I learned from my father, and my pastor, who used to be my pastor, he retired. He was a Trekkie. He is still a hardcore Trekkie. If you sit down with him and you talk, he'll be hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah. Just as enthusiastic, but these kind of facts, not a lot of things I know, but like I just remember very foggy, and like I said, the most that I got very like into Star Trek was when I was in middle school. That's when I really got into it. and that was, I remember it showed it like late at night. I can't remember what channel, but that's when I was started, like that's when I first got cable in my room. I remember. And before going to, like, it was like at night, and before going to bed. I had school the next day. I don't know why my parents let me, but they're the best parents in the world, and that's when I really got into it. It's like Enterprise for me was what really got me into the Star Trek, and it's so I know very little from the classic. I'm talking about from like William Shatner, just very little about it because, like I said, I watched it when I was little with my father because my father was a fan.
Yeah.
But if you sit down with my dad or who was my pastor, this stream could probably last like 12 hours.
Yeah.
They're really, really huge. Telling you, like, they know a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, also, if you want to see something creepy about Star Trek Next Generation, look up the original test shots of the characters. Look at LeVar Burton's. Oh, sex offender comes to mind. Did you see his hair? His horrible curly hair. It was like...
Oh, do they have photos of that? Maybe I could screen share some of that.
The original one, I did the costume shots against the bridge for lighting tests.
If I look it up, that should be on Google, right? Maybe I'll screen share.
Yeah, you'll find it. The original screen test. Cheer and Jude screen test.
No, I want to watch it. I want to watch it now.
Creepy. I'll see if I can find it. It looks...
Share screen here. Share screen.
See if we can find the original screen test for Next Generation.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we showed that, we get copyright claimed, huh?
Yeah, don't show it.
Yeah, don't risk it.
Yeah, but it's really funny. Oh, I just found a picture of it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'll try to link you to it.
Okay, cool.
Trying to link you to it, but it'll be better. Yeah, if I just pop it in StreamYards. Just found one on a site called Stream Cheese. I just found the picture. It's just a blogspot site.
Let me see.
Credit to whoever owns the blogspot. Yesterday's cheese. It's creepy.
Let me see.
Yeah, she's just seen it.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's in a private chat, Dave.
Yeah. Okay, got the link.
Yeah.
But it's creepy.
It said for the last time, that's not me.
Yeah, the original wardrobe makeup.
Let me screen share. Let me screen share.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can't share it, I'll just put a link in the chat.
There. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad.
It just looks like a sex offender.
He does.
It's like a sex offender.
Kind of drug too.
One of those 80s visors, you know, the 80s visors.
Yeah, I think wasn't he doing the Reading Rainbow at that time?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, looks a bit like a mugshot. I'm glad I changed the hairstyle.
It looks like
Oh god.
It does look like a kind of mugshot, and they were covering his eyes so you won't recognize who he is.
Yeah, I'm glad he got a haircut. I'm so glad.
Yeah, but I think it was the time of that's so funny, Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
I can't remember. He did Roots before or after or during.
I've done it before.
I think so too. I think it was before. Yeah. I don't think he hit it big. I think he hit it big in Roots, right? I think it was.
A little bit before, wasn't it, PD?
Yeah, I think it was Roots was just before. Was before 1977. Yeah, a lot of time before Roots started. 1977 miniseries. Yeah, that was a long time before it was his first big thing. It was the bar's first big thing.
Yeah.
It was on the subject of, we all know what the subject of that is. I don't have to go into it.
Yeah. His hair.
Yeah, that hair is like, that's a sex offender, mate. Or cyberpunk. Dude,
And
it's
the
Carter said-
weird mustache. Look at the creepy mustache.
yeah, that's why. It's a creepy little mustache
we know.
as well. Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
asked a question. Let's see. Hardest time asking. Also, I mean that would be cool if you could. It depends on the schedule.
Oh, TARDIS time. You want to hear something about Jim will fix it, right? Go and listen to what Boris said to his rebuttal to Keir Starmer today. It was hilarious. Literally dropped the Keir Starmer in it about the whole Jimmy Savile thing. But that's another subject for another time.
Yeah, it depends on their schedule. I don't know. That would be cool.
Yeah. Go take a look. I think it was on Alex Belfield had it on his website. Oh, never seen a man sit down and give someone such a stare in all my life. Like it just like a death to your family kind of stare. Oh well. That's the situation of the country at the moment. Not good. But anyway, back to Star Trek the Next.
Yeah, another time. Yep.
Troy and Tasha Yar, because Denise Crosby was supposed to play Deanna Troy originally, but she couldn't do the accent. She couldn't do that slight kind of Russian accent. The character wasn't supposed to be fake, it was supposed to be Russian. Yeah. But yeah, I don't blame you, Tom, this time. I don't blame you. It's just crazy at the moment. Just crazy. But yeah, it was supposed to be like kind of Russian, but then they changed it. They changed Troy and they swapped Yara over.
I try to stay out of Paul.
Yeah, I think we're all trying to stay out of it at the moment.
Right. Yeah, and then Deanna Troy, Marina was supposed to play.
Yeah, Marina was. They swapped the characters over. Yeah, and we had Gates McFadden didn't think the series would last, so she turned around and asked to be written, kind of temporarily written out for a series, for a season. Incidentally enough, did you know that Gates McFadden was actually the choreographer on Labyrinth?
Yeah. Really? I had no idea.
I saw it I was watching the behind the scenes of Labyrinth TV. Hang on a minute, that's Gates McFadden. What's she doing there? She was originally a choreographer to Hollywood choreographer.
No.
Yeah, she was. She was like a choreographer. She was a Hollywood choreographer at the time. So I thought she was an actor.
That is really cool.
Yeah, seriously, check out the bonus features on the Labyrinth DVD. You'll find something fine. Gates McFadden.
Actually, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah. You'll also find, if you watch Red Dwarf, you'll also find Queeg is the other choreographer.
Choreographer.
Yeah. So Queeg from the Series 2 episode Queeg, the guy that played Queeg, is actually a friend of Danny John Jules, and he was also the choreographer for the Chili Time scene.
All right, I'm watching. Oh, whoops! Sorry. Let me put it down. Behind the scenes.
Yeah. Scroll through it, you'll suddenly find Gates McFadden talking about
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I see her. That's her. Yeah, I see her now.
Gates McFadden, yeah. That's why she did the date
This
day.
McFadden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had no
see her.
idea.
That's definitely her. Yeah.
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 That's why in the episode Data's Day she was dancing because she does it for a living. She was a choreographer.
Oh, David Bowie. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
And so was the gentleman who played Queeg in the Red Dwarf episode Queeg. It was also a friend of Danny John Jules.
Yeah.
This is why, going slightly off subject, I was a bit disappointed when Danny John Jules did Scriptly Time dancing, because it's like he's a dancer.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was a performing a dancer for stage dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why have you got a stage dancer going on a dancing?
Well, you
program?
could tell because if you see all his dancing, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Yeah.
That's why he was chosen for Cat, because he could dance. Because he could do all those little dances, all those little prances and stuff. Prances and dances. Because that's what they needed for Cat. They wanted someone who could prance. Danny Johns had a bit of attitude as well and could dance. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they made him a cat. But as I said, that's on Red Dwarf. We'll get back to Red Dwarf later because there's a little something about Red Dwarf and Star Trek, a little crossover. Yeah, but
Yeah, at some point we'll do a Red Dwarf one. That would be.
yeah, get PJ maybe on for that one.
Yeah, there we go. PJ, yeah.
PJ's a big dwarfer. Yeah, I love dwarf.
Yeah, he is.
So
He's big in the Babylon 5 too, isn't he? I think.
I think so. Yeah. Who else is big? Fat Steven Seagal is it?
Because I see a lot of Babylon 5.
as well. Yeah. Fat Steven's big on Babylon 5. He's doing the watch along at the moment. Well, they're doing a talk along. They watch the episode and talk about it.
Man, I still haven't watched it. Babylon.
Oh, hey, Sadako.
Hey, Sadako. Yeah. So what are we on to? We're on coming up to the end of I think series 1. All the changes, chops and changes. Yeah, well, Denise had a bit of a falling out with kind of Gene Roddenberry at the end of season 1. She didn't think the show was going anywhere. Gates McFadden didn't felt the show had potential, but she couldn't see it going any. She was worried about the show being cancelled. So Gates left, and I said her name. Denise left. Denise left as well because she had a bit of a falling out. And there's a bit of a story about Denise leaving because what's his name? Michael. Who's the producer? Rick Berman.
Yeah.
Turned around and said, "Oh, I have this. This is from last episode. I still have Tasha Yar's badge when she died in Skin of Evil." And it turns out it wasn't from Skin of Evil where he took Tasha Yar's badge. It was from a couple of episodes before. I can't remember the name of the episode.
Yeah, poor Tasha Yar. She didn't last very long, did she?
No. I had a lecturer who loved Tasha Yar, and I'm like, well, what do you see in her?
Yeah.
I just thought she was just. I just thought the problem with Tasha Yar was I thought she was kind of pushing Worf out.
Yeah.
I'm not being sexist or anything, but it's like, you just got this character Worf that doesn't seem to do much, just seems to stand there like Lurch, the Addams Family.
Yeah.
And it's like, you want a big badass security chief, but you got Tasha Yar who's like who can handle her own in a fight, but it's like she's not like Tally from the Orville or Tally's replacement from the Orville,
Yeah.
I think I could replace Tally in the Orville. I can't remember character. Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Didn't the actress died?
No, she.
No, she's still around.
No, she's still alive. She had to go. She was working on a film. She couldn't do series 2, so they had to write her out.
Oh,
yeah.
They tastefully wrote her out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember who replaced her. Alara, I think. Yeah, Alara.
Yeah, that's right.
Alara, who's Alara is a lot more like. Alara is a lot more like comes to later, the Bajoran lady.
But
Ensign Rowe, Lauren.
That's right.
Alara is a lot more like Ensign Rowe. And I always thought it would be better to have a security officer who kind of didn't really play by the rules, if you know what I mean, and had a bit, a little bit of an attitude.
What's one always disturbed me was the what was it? It was the conspiracy episode with the alien maggots.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Conspiracy. Yeah, they did the guy getting vaporized in the end.
Yeah.
The most gross thing ever next Star Trek ever done. Shooting someone in the face shooting an alien in the face with a phaser.
Yeah.
Until it explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did the same technique for the what is it? The end of Dragonfire.
Yes. Oh, that scene was awesome. Yes.
They just filmed a wax. They filmed a waxwork face and just melting.
Yeah.
But they only filmed like half of it with the phaser one.
Yeah.
I think the skull wasn't wax. It was like the skull was like either ceramic or plastic.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't melt, but everything else, all the skin melted off. It was like the worst thing you ever see a phaser do. Apart from Star Trek 6 burning holes through people. It's like that ending.
Yeah.
And them eating maggots. Yeah. Well, I think it was mealworms actually.
Yeah, mealworms. Yeah.
It's mealworms. Yeah. It's like when you see Veronica puts his hand in, picks up a load, they're not moving because they're fake.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. Yeah, everyone else has like got real mealworms in front of them, but the second Jonathan Frakes puts his hand in it, they're dead. They're just basic mealworms used on for bird feeding. So, for all that, yeah. But Skin of Evil was like Skin of Evil, and then we had the conspiracy, and then we had the we'll always love Paris, and then we had the neutral zone, which was the end of the season.
Yeah. And then we got what was it? Then we got of course Q in the beginning. Of course Q in the very
Q, yeah.
Who's basically, he's kind of he's kind of similar to Trelane but different,
Yeah. That's where Gene Roddenberry got the idea from, I think, from Trelane. He wanted a more powerful version of Trelane.
Yeah.
From the Scar of Groffers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So who played it? Was it William Campbell Macy played?
Yeah, William Campbell, something like that. Yeah,
William Campbell, because he was Koloff as well.
Yeah,
Koloff in Trouble with Tribbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a Yep, I was right. Conspiracy, neutral zone. We'll always have Paris was before it. Symbiosis was Denise Crosby's last episode.
All right, you take care of TARDIS time, pal. He had to leave.
See you later, buddy.
Take care.
Oh yeah, the parasites and conspiracy were going to be the main bad. I remember hearing about that before they ultimately moved to the board.
Oh yeah. I think they brought them back in the end in the Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
And the Delta Quadrant missions. Delta Quadrant.
Yes.
And it was that the Vardois had been infected by these creatures, become like super powerful. Because the Vardois are kind of a species, an underdog species, had been kicked to the curve.
Yeah.
They became a super powerful species, trying to take over the Delta Rising. That's it, Delta Rising.
That's the one.
Yeah, I haven't played Star Trek Online in a while. I'm a bit sick of all the Discovery stuff being put in.
Yeah, Discovery. I still haven't got into it. The Discovery.
Oh, no.
Is it really that bad? Is it really that bad?
I saw the first season, and after I thought, nah, this just isn't Star Trek. You should always give Star Trek. You normally give 2 seasons. But then I was hearing all this good stuff about season 2, and all this really bad stuff about season 2. I thought, what? I saw the first episode, Lower Decks, and thought it looks more like Star Trek, but it's still not Star Trek. It's like completely different.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like the skits in Rick and Morty about Star Trek are better in Lower Decks.
Yeah.
And Rick turns around and says, "Oh God, you're quoting Star Trek again, Morty," or something like that. or it's just like on bloody Star Trek, Morty. Remember that episode on Star Trek? It's that, Morty. It's just that.
It's just there's in Rick and Morty. That's what I love. Oh wait, I forgot. We're moving in a different subject here, but there's some Star Trek themes in Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
In there, but I like for Discovery, all I know is from bits and pieces and scenes and people like Neurotic, like Gary from Neurotic, who shows pictures and explains the scene and is like and says why is it terrible, and it's like, wow, is it really that terrible? Really that is? And it's just like a lot of Trekkies that I've seen on YouTube says that it does not feel like Star Trek. It just and it's also just boring. I mean, that's how it's called. It
felt like a really bad version about Stargate. It felt like a bit like Stargate Universe.
Like
I think that's the only way. Yeah, it felt like something trying to be something that wasn't something. It was just trying to copy like Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't say it was like Battlestar Galactica, because Battlestar Galactica was good.
Yeah, it was good. That
really
show
good.
I did watch. Yeah.
I mean, but by the end of the first season, I was hooked. Mm-hmm. But it's like it just felt like the way Stargate Universe was trying to be Battlestar Galactica, but was failing miserably.
Oh,
that's how Star Trek Discovery felt to me. It was like it's just trying to be Star Trek.
Yeah.
And it's like, hang on a minute, I thought Vulcan was destroyed, so why is everyone on Vulcan?
Exactly.
It's like apparently it's been destroyed. Now it's back. It's like
Yeah.
rewriting their own.
There's like a non-binary character, I think, right? Right?
Oh, the new one, yeah, the non-binary
Yeah.
character. Oh, there's also a Trill in series 3, who was a spirit of a Trill. It was one of the hosts. You know the way that you've seen Deep Space Nine. Remember Duran Dax or Duran Balar,
Yeah.
which was one of Jadzier's unknown hosts. They've got the
Mhm.
Duran Balar thing going on, where he's actually constantly speaking to this kind of disembodied Trill spirit. But now they've made the Trill spirit inhabit an android body.
Oh
And it was like,
gosh.
yes, but you know what's going to happen now? You've just killed the Trill symbiont.
Hmm.
Because the whole episode in series 3, where Jadzia was reliving her hosts. Series 3
Right.
Deep Space Nine, reliving her hosts, because there's that thing, that kind of ritual that the Trills have to go through in the end of season 3 Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
He turned around and said that it was very dangerous for a Trill's former, a spirit of a Trill's former host to be put into somebody else's body,
Yeah.
because it could have jeopardized the Trill, destabilize the Trill. Technically send the Trill symbiote mad.
Yeah.
So there's a Trill symbiote that's probably going crazy now. So if there's ever an episode of Star Trek Discovery about serial killing, it's probably the Trill symbiote. It's like, it's literally made by people that just didn't watch Star Trek.
Yeah.
And that's what I think agitates me about Star Trek Discovery. It's just literally made by people who never ever watched an episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Just have a few writers' notes from the season 1 and just go with it. It's like, that's not Star Trek. At least I will give McMahon credit. He is a Star Trek fan. He's trying with Lower Decks, but it's just not working because he has to work these weird constraints.
Oh, Sadako said, I gave Picard a go. It just felt too nihilistic, and by 4th episode, I just got too bored to carry on.
I know. Yeah,
I think I would watch it just to join the rant, I guess. But it used to be on Netflix, not anymore, right? Because it's on Paramount Plus.
They had a huge falling out.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me the truth.
Netflix and they had the lawsuit happened between Netflix and Paramount, Viacom, CBS, because Netflix turned around and said, "This is not what we ordered. This is not what we paid for. This is not what we ordered. So we're cancelling." They managed to, and then Alex Kurtzman and the Secret Hideout doing a little bit of legal trickery and maneuvering, trying to say, "This is what you ordered. Oh, this is what we ordered. You're trying to break contract and all this." Try the old contract stuff. It went to arbitration, and the arbiter said, "Yeah, Netflix is right." So Netflix has just cancelled anything Star Trek now.
Yeah.
They've just taken it off their platform. They are through. They are finished. And that's probably why Star Trek Discovery had to leave Pinewood Studios, because Pinewood Studios is a affiliate of Netflix.
An affiliate of Netflix. Okay, I gotcha.
They're an affiliate of Pinewood Studios International is an affiliate, and that's why they had to leave Pinewood in Canada, I think.
Ah.
So that's why they had to clear out the sets and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think Pinewood just kicked them out.
It's really that bad.
They're probably in a studio down the road. They're probably in the old MGM studio now. They filmed Stargate.
Yeah.
Like Media is based.
Yeah.
Probably moved there now. Keep costs down.
Yeah.
That's why they suddenly had to start pulling all the sets down, and Strange New World got moved to back to California.
Wow.
They literally got kicked out of their studio by Netflix. So there's this massive row going on between Viacom, CBS, and Netflix about Star Trek. So that's it in a nutshell. You have to do your research. It's only what I kind of know from watching videos, but I would say most of it's what I've said is true from what I'm hearing on the grapevine. But it's just been a massive battle between, as I said, Netflix and Viacom, CBS.
And they renewed another season for... Are you kidding me?
Yes, the reason that happened was there was another shuffle at Viacom CBS. Emma Watts, who was barring Star Trek from having a movie, got moved somewhere else. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she left or got moved. And the new people got in a place, decided to let Kurtzman make a movie if he get the funding. And suddenly, randomly, Alex Kurtzman got the funding and got the 3-year contract extension.
Okay.
But the thing about it is now this is, as I said, this is rumor control, so I don't know if this is right or wrong. The show is kind of technically broke. So Picard is only going to have another series. Discovery is going to have another half series. So you're going to have series 5 part 1 and series 5 part 2, I think. And they're going to have a TV movie.
They were going to have a TV movie, or
it's going to be a TV movie finishing Discovery.
Okay.
I think Patrick Stewart's had enough as well. I think so.
Yeah, because I remember thinking. I mean, like Enterprise. No, it didn't. It wasn't that popular. Like sadly, it like it did. I think it got canceled.
I think Rick Berman said it himself. Yeah, that was Les Moonves didn't like it. At Viacom, so not Viacom, CBS. It was CBS, wasn't it? It was UPN. Les Moonves was at UPN at the time. He did not like it.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was in CBS. I don't remember it being on CBS, but I know that
it was UPN.
Right. And they canceled.
It was the precursor to CBS. Yeah, and Les Moonves hated the show. The guy who brought it back hated the show. The Michael Grade of Paramount, as I call him, Viacom. Well, it was actually just CBS. It wasn't Viacom at the time. The Michael Grade of CBS.
Yes, Les Moonves.
Yeah, Les Moonves. He's gone now. He got done. He got Me Too, didn't he, out of the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Me Too movement, yeah.
He got Me Too. He was one of the first to fall to the Me Too movement. I think he was like second after Weinstein. So he got kicked out. But he brought it back. He gave all the wrong people too much power. They wanted to honour the deal between Alex Kurtzman and J.J. Abrams, Alex Kurtzman. They wanted to honour the deal between that they, because Star Trek 2009 was supposed to have a TV series.
Oh, okay.
The alternate reality was supposed to have a TV series, but it never got made. So JJ handed it over to Alex Kurtzman instead. That's how it all got picked up. Then
wasn't Kurtzman a part of Lost too?
I think so. No, Kurtzman wasn't. That was Lindelof.
Okay.
That was JJ though. I think that Orchi and Kurtzman came from Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules.
Yes. Yes.
That's where they two came from. And they had a writing partnership up until Star Trek Beyond, when they had a falling out. When Orchi got kicked out from Star Trek Beyond, Kurtzman left Star Trek after Into Darkness, and Orchi stuck from what I heard, stuck around but got kicked out because he wrote the script too Star Trek-y, and they wanted something more kind of Star Wars-y, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted something kind of more action-packed and high octane.
Yeah, it wasn't the same, was it?
Yeah. So that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Sorry, my throat's getting dry. Where were we with Next Generation anyway?
Yeah, so we talked about Q. Oh, we could talk about Lore for a little bit.
Lore,
Data's brother.
David's brother.
Yep.
They decided to have so another thing is everyone's moaning about Star Trek Nemesis and saying, "Oh, who's B4? Why is there another Sung android?" Yeah. But in season 5 or 6, it's mentioned that there was another Sung android out in the galaxy.
Right.
It's mentioned in the one with Data's mother.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
She turns around and says, one died and it broke Sung's heart, and one went missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember if that was Bloodlines. It might have been Bloodlines.
Well, War's kind of the classic, what is it, brother gone bad story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not Bloodlines. That's the one with Damon Bach back.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Was that Nemesis?
Nemesis was the last film. Next-gen film.
I think was it Tom Hardy was there? I think Tom Hardy was there.
Yeah, he played Sinjon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot, but I guess I think he was bald.
Yeah, he shaved his hair completely off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the episode, but there's an episode. Series 5 or Series 6, but Data's mother's in it.
Yeah.
That episode is, that's she turns around and says, Sung lost one android. One android went missing. One died and it broke Sung's heart. Then there's Law, and then there was Data, and Data was always Sung's favorite because he saw him as perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more. So there was another Sung android out. So now Sonic Nemesis isn't incorrect.
No, it's correct. Yeah.
It was completely canonical. That one went missing. B4 was the one that went missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be B4, B9, I think.
Yeah.
B9 died. B4 went missing. Then you had Law, who was the crazy one, and Data. So it's about 4 Sung androids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've had a lot of songs, haven't we, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sungs, yeah.
Yeah, songs, I mean, yeah.
Well, yes, so originally it was like Sung didn't have children. The whole thing was they couldn't have children. That's why he started making androids.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's got a child in Star Trek Picard Series 1 at the end of it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, did you pay attention to Next Generation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing. I mean, even Memory Alpha now is literally putting Star Trek, the whole Discovery and Picard in a separate universe, saying that's the Prime universe. And saying Star Trek Next Generation, kind of the Berman Roddenberry Star Trek is classic universe.
Yes.
Prime universe is Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks, and the other one, Prodigy.
Yeah, it's its own separate thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. I don't consider it part of the. Yeah.
No, I think it's a completely different universe. And then you've got the Kelvin universe.
Yeah.
Excuse me, which is the Kirk, 2009 Kirk, and everyone.
Yeah.
And the alternate reality Enterprise.
Yeah.
So that's what you've got now. Yeah. Anyway, season 2 of Next Generation was quite good.
Yeah. Then we got Dr.
Pulaski.
Yeah.
Who was supposed to be like Bones McCoy. Who was
yes, he's very similar in temperament and personality.
Yeah. He wanted to bring back Bones McCoy, but didn't want Bones McCoy. Or Admiral McCoy, as we saw in Encounter at Farpoint.
Yeah.
Who was the first real cameo from Next Generation. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started with The Child, which was about Deanna Troi, which was this is interesting. It was a Phase 2 script.
That's right. The Child is, yes. I remember
the Phase 2 script. It was supposed to be Ilea.
Yes.
It got impregnated on the Enterprise. The original Enterprise, or the refit original Enterprise.
Yeah.
But it was rewritten as for Next Generation.
Yeah.
I think it was about 9 scripts that were rewritten.
Yeah.
Rewritten and reused. Some for Next Generation. I think one appears in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. Don't know exactly. I think Sadako will know. Sadako might know which one's a which in the chat. But yes, we had a very good episode in it. The Measure of Man.
Oh, that's a classic one where Data's on trial, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Data property? Is he like Is he like a pet? Is he property of Starfleet, or is he a human, sentient human being?
Yeah.
You just don't get episodes like that anymore.
No.
The problem with Star Trek Discovery and Picard, you don't get those episodes.
Oh, but we'll always have Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, unless maybe somebody, it won't happen. Somebody destroy some copies of it. No, probably won't happen.
Yeah. Accidentally gets put in accidentally goes like some of the old Doctor Who episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They just delete them. Yeah. Yeah. He's got Measure of the Man. He had the Klingon and the Federation exchange of a Matter of Honor.
Yeah, and I like the sign language one. That one was cool too.
Oh yes, episode with Loud as a Whisper.
Yeah, Loud as a Whisper.
Yeah, that was an intro. I think that might have been a Phase 2 episode.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Might have been. Don't hold me to that. I don't have the book in front of me. Yeah, the Moriarty one. That was
good. Yeah.
Was that the first time we saw Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, I think you're right.
Elementary did episode 3.
Elementary.
Yeah. We suddenly thought having the Sherlock Holmes crossover because originally it was it was the Dixon Hill stuff. It was Picard, and they decided it's not really working with Picard. So what we'll do is we'll take it Sherlock Holmes and we'll give it to Data.
Yeah, and that worked. Yeah,
it worked. Yeah.
Good actor, that one. He was actually the same actor he played in The Nanny, I found out.
Oh, yeah. Played Moriarty.
Yeah.
He comes back, yeah. Daniel Davis, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Davis,
yeah. He's still active as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, done loads of things. Just look at the Wikipedia entry. Yeah, he was in A Nanny.
Yeah.
Niles in A Nanny. 145 episodes. My God. A lot to do. A lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got Moriarty. So it was interesting. I think Series 2 is when it picked up.
Yeah, it started again.
Sadly, as I said last week, I didn't start watching Next Generation religiously until kind of a couple of episodes into Season 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Season 1 probably is the weakest one, to be honest.
I just thought it was a bit rough around the edges. Very rough around the edges.
I think it's how do you say, difficult to get you like hooked. You know, I call it the hook.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes it starts slow. Sometimes it looks like it's like a, how do you say that? Like a draft, like a rough draft.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. I mean, back when I started watching, it was like 2 years ago. I started rewatching it again, and because again, I have a very faint memory when I was watching when I was little, but I think what really got me hooked was Season 2.
Yeah.
And I made me forget Season 1. So hence why I watched it again, and then I remember, oh, okay, now I know why. It's like it's not that horrible. It's not that creepy. But it's just like
no.
It just looks like it doesn't look polished to me.
That's it.
Yeah.
Season 2 looks far more polished than Season 1 does.
Exactly.
It
so
does.
That's
the bridge
why
set remains the bridge set. It doesn't keep changing.
No.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like it looks like it looks like a rough draft. Like let's test it and see. You know, like they didn't proofread. They didn't check everything again. So I think the second season was like okay, now we know what we need to fix. And I think that's why Season 2 really started off right away, really good. I mean, that's the way I see it.
Yeah, Season 2 was it was a bit better. It was a bit more polished. The lighting was better as well. It's another thing you can tell. Everyone was, everyone was
photography.
Yeah. Geordie's been transferred over to engineering.
Oh, and then of course O'Brien, right? He was the transporter engineer, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was originally he was the helm officer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
One of the helm officers. He became a transporter chief now. Chief O'Brien became a regular.
Yeah.
Because people liked him. Did you hear the story about the chief engineer of the Enterprise?
Oh, what? What is it?
The original chief engineer. I can't remember his name. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm trying to remember what episode he was in. The original chief engineer. There was like about 3 or 4 chief engineers, including one guy called Mr. Singh, who was a terrible actor. Who they kind of There was about 3 or 4 different chief engineers of the Enterprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the original. I'm trying to find the name of the original chief engineer. But anyway, the actor annoyed Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah.
I think there's an Irish American guy who was the chief engineer. Was it? I can't remember the name of him. I'm trying to find it. It's like he wanted to be the wanted to be a chief engineer, so he. I think it was Belson, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Argyle, that's it. Argyle.
Argo. Okay, yeah.
Was a recognised chief. Olsen was the chief engineer of the alternate reality enterprise.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got confused. All right. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Where is it? Is it from Enterprise?
No, this is Next Generation.
Ah, okay.
That's Tucker. That's Tucker. That's Tucker.
Oh, call Meany. Yeah, call Meany
yeah.
O'Brien. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Originally, it was supposed to be Lieutenant Commander Argyle was the engineer of the Enterprise. But the guy who played Lieutenant Commander Argyle got people to write in and say how wonderful he was to Gene Roddenberry, and then he got caught.
Yeah.
Because one of the letters gave away information that Gene Roddenberry found out was falsified. And so he knew the actor who played Argyle.
Yeah.
Found out the information that he was behind the letter campaign, and so he fired him. Played by Biff Yeager. Biff Yeager played him.
Yeah.
And so Argyle was supposed to be the engineer of the Enterprise. They were going to make him a bit more of a recurring character for Series 2, but because Biff Yeager annoyed Gene Roddenberry so badly, he fired him and made LeVar Burton the chief engineer.
Yeah.
Geordie got a promotion to senior lieutenant, and became the engineer.
Yeah.
So that's what happened there. And in season 2, you see Geordie as the chief engineer.
Yeah.
Lieutenant LaForge, and Worf. I think Worf got promoted. I think wasn't Worf still JG and junior grade in Series 2? Wasn't it Series 3 got promoted to senior?
Yes. Season 3, yeah.
Season 3, and then Geordie got another promotion to Lieutenant Commander in Season 3.
And then, of course, at the middle of Season 2, Q introduces us to the Borg.
Yes! It's the first encounter with the Borg.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Q Who.
Yeah.
You find out Guinan knows about the Borg as well. Guinan came in Season 2 as well.
Yeah, she's an important one, Guinan, yeah.
And 10 Forward set was first seen.
Love the 10 Forward set. Always love that.
It was only around for six seasons. Everyone thinks it's around for 7, but they had this officers' lounge set that they converted to 10 Forward.
Yeah,
which looked a lot better. Yeah, funny enough, if you actually see Star Trek V, the holodeck, the area of the set that goes onto the holodeck was replaced for Star Trek V by the officers' lounge.
That's right. That's the same. Yeah,
it's the same bit of corridor which goes to the holodeck. So they use a holodeck corridor from the Enterprise D, and they just changed the doors slightly and built the set on it. So that's where the officers' lounge in the Star Trek Enterprise A is.
Yeah,
it's actually on the Enterprise D set where the holodeck is, which is a big empty space with a load of black curtains around it. They make it look like a holodeck. Yeah, and sometimes they use it as a shuttle bay as well.
Yeah,
it was built there. Yeah, Colin Meaney was Sadako. That was Chief O'Brien. He was originally a helm officer, and then became Chief O'Brien.
Yeah,
it's junior lieutenant, and then he became chief. Don't know how that one works. Yeah, I've got a suspicion actually about the rank pins. That the original rank pins for non-commissioned officers were supposed to be silver. Because I actually got an early rank pin from Star Trek Next Generation, from the merchandise. I got an early rank pin. It was silver, not gold.
Yeah.
So I've got a suspicion the original rank pins for non-commissioned officers were actually supposed to be silver. Then they just got rid of them altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my suspicion. Either that, I got a dodgy rank pin that wasn't gold plated.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was just had a nickel plating. They didn't put the gold on it.
Yeah, I wanted to get a Next Generation uniform, but here in America they only have it's just the chest part. But you don't get the full.
Yeah, you don't get the trousers.
No.
Why?
The trousers are important because they've got the weird.
Yeah.
They've got the bit that go around the boots.
Yeah, and it's just for the chest part. It's like $59, $60. It's like,
I know.
Yeah.
Best to go look on eBay and see if you can find the Chinese costume makers.
Yeah.
Costumers. The motion
On
picture
eBay.
ones are awful, but the Next Generation ones they do are pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually want to get the first contact one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love that uniform. It's just I wanted to get one from a Novus, but they lost the license.
Ah, darn.
Because Paramount, because everyone complained to Viacom CBS that they weren't receiving their uniforms. It would take 3 years. It was like 5 years. Still no one had received any of their Novus uniforms. And Paramount just pulled the license in the end and told them to refund everyone.
Because the complaints that they got?
Yeah, massive complaints.
Oh, okay. So, wow.
I think a lot of their stuff got released or, because they were going to start making prop replicas as well. A lot of the prop replicas got...
But they were paying for it, but they didn't get anything.
They're getting told, oh, it's going to take 3 years. It's custom order. 3 years' time. Still waiting for their orders. No updates, no nothing.
Wow.
Okay.
And it turns out the people in charge had absolutely contempt for the Star Trek fans.
Jeez.
There's a big story a few years ago about it, and I think Viacom CBS had to pull a license in the end from them and say, look, you can't manufacture merchandise because you're not supplying anything. You can still get better. You can still find the odd bit of Novus merchandise on eBay.
Yeah.
Or backstock stuff they had, but they sold a lot of stuff, like the uniforms. But it just went tits up. They didn't have enough people to manufacture them, enough good people to manufacture them, and it just and the fans just pulled out. I don't even know they're still around.
But fans got the refund, right?
Yeah.
So they okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they lost the license. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that was going on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can still find a few people that sell a bit of their merchandise, but their backstock merchandise.
You know what? I'm gonna go on eBay and I'll look for it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think they might have an Etsy store, but yeah.
Oh, but Etsy's very expensive.
I know.
It is pricey, yeah.
Very pricey.
Yeah, that's why they suddenly disappeared. I think in 2018, 2019 they disappeared because the Star Trek license got pulled, and I think they might just manufacture. They might just manufacture Star Wars stuff. Now, their Twitter page is still up, probably from 20 years ago, though. Sorry, from 2 or 3 years ago. But yes, they got their license pulled from Star Trek because they weren't supplying. So that's what happened to them. So if you go buy a uniform, make sure you shop around.
There's a Spock tunic costume prop replica.
Yeah.
$71.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Plus shipping and handling $16.99.
Yeah. Might still be able to find the odd bits and pieces. A lot of the comic book shops still have the odd sets of rank pins and stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got a Voyager costume from UK for not too expensive.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked what I called the pajama suits, but the problem with Voyager is they got overused, I think.
Yeah. And then they had that little tunic, almost turtleneck thing, huh?
Yeah, that's it. I know they carried on with the newer uniform. The first contact one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we on to now? Yeah, so we had Q with the appearance of the Borg. First appearance for the Borg 3/4 of the way through Series 2 of Next Generation.
Yeah.
And then we had the end of the series. We had Eclipse episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, that's right. The one where Riker's, he's not doing good. Well, yeah.
just before peak performance with the duel.
Yep.
And the weird game. Yeah, but Shades of Grey. Yep, Riker got infected. Everyone thought Riker was going to die, but he managed to pull through. And then on to Series 3, and we had Beverly Crusher. We had Wesley Crusher back. Beverly Crusher. Well, Wesley Crusher never left.
Yeah.
Beverly Crusher was back.
People call him like the Adric of Star Trek.
Oh, he is. I'm afraid to say, especially now with what he's done recently. He just annoys the fans now. Yeah, we started off the series, and we had some good episodes actually of Series 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the episode that was Star Trek Insurrection was mostly based on Who Watches the Watchers.
That's right.
With the Proto-Vulcans, yeah. On some weird planet, some offshoot of the Vulcans. Yeah. Yeah. Had that.
Oh, and then newer, different uniforms this time, too.
Yeah, there's a point. In Series 1, they were made of spandex, the uniforms. And they were doing the crew's backs.
Yeah.
Crews were complaining they kept having backaches.
Yeah.
So they made them from wool from cotton in the second season. But they didn't sit right.
Yeah.
And it's, what's his name? Robert Blackman, who designed the uniforms. In Series 3, modified them with different collars, and they looked a lot better.
Yeah, I didn't like that zigzaggy thing on the collars originally. That looked kind of out, disco-y almost.
It looked a bit sailor.
Yeah.
I didn't like the original collars because I thought it looked a bit sailor.
Yeah.
But the Series 3 uniform with the larger collars looked a bit more, authoritarian.
Yeah.
And I think they looked a lot better. I always referred to Series 1 and 2 uniform as the sailor suits.
Yeah.
Because they're weird kind of sailor lapels.
Yeah.
Yeah. No necks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were brand new uniforms. It was like, apart from some of the extras being in the old uniforms, it looked like the Star Trek Next Generations. We know it.
Yeah.
We had some good episodes. Oh, is this the one? Is it the next series or is it this series, the one with the dodgy episode?
Which one?
Oh, which?
No, there's an episode that got cut out from BBC. Never showed it.
BBC?
Yeah, the BBC never showed one episode of Next Generation. They refused to.
Which one? Was that the Darmok one or a different one?
No, it wasn't a Darmok one. I'm just trying to find which series. Sorry, I'm just trying to find what season it is.
Wasn't Conspiracy, was it?
Nope.
Somebody told me it was Conspiracy one time. I was like, I don't think that's the one that was banned.
Yeah. Where is it? Which season is it in? It's just a second. I'm trying to find what season it is, so I'm not leading you down the garden path. It's season 3. The episode after The Hunted, The High Ground.
Wait.
The BBC never refused to show The High Ground.
Why?
It was because about the Irish Republic.
Yep, you got it. They refused to show that episode in Next Generation. Absolutely refused. They even originally didn't. They literally cut bits of Plato's stepchildren out of the original series because of the interracial kiss.
Oh, you're kidding!
Yeah, this is why I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with the BBC.
Yeah,
because there's some things that it's like this is why when they're going on about all this progressive stuff and how racist the BBC they've got to change it. It's like
it's like one extreme to another.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. You've just summed it up, Melina. That's why I always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with them.
Yeah,
it's like they're guilty of their past, if you know what I mean.
Right.
They want everyone else to be guilty of their past as well. I'm like, no, it's your problem, not ours.
Yeah.
That's why I've always had this love-hate relationship with the BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the first episode of Next Generation to literally get cut out. They would refuse to show. I only saw it on terrestrial TV on Sky. Sky started showing it on Pick TV.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Being attacked by a duck?
Duck's attacking. Uh-oh.
Being attacked by a duck. We're a bit random. Sorry, Sadako, you should be attacked by a duck. Oh, random. That was just random.
That was.
Oh, I'm glad you did it on Noel's stream. Let's just say that. He would have gone off on one.
Oh, my chest.
Yeah.
Melina's sonic screwdriver or something.
Yeah, I don't want to pass out.
Like someone's being attacked by a duck.
Shut up, Meanie, stop. Sorry.
I think it's starting to think you're living on some little farm somewhere now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but that was like, but was that the only episode that they did not air in
Yeah, that's the only one they didn't air. They also cut a little bit out of Starship Mind as well.
Because
the guy gets shot with a crossbow.
Okay.
The violence. And that was also about terrorism as well. That was more kind of a Die Hard. That was more like a Die Hard kind of a spoof.
So they cut one episode completely, and some of them were how do I say scenes?
Edited
some
for,
scenes were there we go, edited
for broadcast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just realised that Ira Stephen Bale worked on the teleplay for Reste's Enterprise.
Oh, that's a great episode, that one.
Oh, that's a brilliant episode. The only big dig I got about that episode is the original uniforms.
Yeah.
You can say I didn't have the money from Bob Blackman didn't have the money to make kind of early versions of the uniforms. I honestly thought in that episode they should have just reused the old Next Generation uniforms.
Yeah, just recycle it.
Yeah. And make a new com badge or something. Looked more like the original series badge. Sorry, more like the motion picture badge. But suddenly people are running around with yeah. So people running around in the sorry, Dave, you go ahead, mate. We get a bit of an echo.
Yeah, sorry. I like the talk. What was it? It was the talk with Guinan too, with Tasha. She's like, "You're not supposed to be here," type, talk.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be here. This isn't supposed. This is not right. This does not feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I ever said was bad about it was just the Enterprise C. I just would never be a big fan of the Enterprise C.
No, I love that the uniforms were back from the movies, though. That was cool.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the way they reused them. I thought they should have just reused the old Next Generation uniforms and changed the com badge.
Yeah.
The thing is, they also had Star Trek 2 phasers.
Yeah.
That was phasers. I was like, what are you doing? I thought it just looked a bit rough around the edges, that episode.
Yeah.
Great episode, though. I think that's the first time you see. No, it's one of the first. I think the end of season 1, you see Kavort class bird of prey, and you see him again.
Yeah.
In the Enterprise, get attacked by 3 Kavort class birds of prey. I think it's the first time you see that really cool torpedo sequence. So they fire like 4 torpedoes.
Yeah, I like Castillo too. His character was good.
Yeah, Castillo.
Yeah.
He was in wasn't he? Was he in Happy Gilmore or something?
Yeah. He played Shooter.
That's it. Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, and then he was in Flubber too with Ron Williams.
Yeah. Have you turned into a Cyberman again? First you get attacked by a duck, now you're turning into a Cyberman.
Yep.
Not your day, is it? Like...
No, I'm just getting messages. I'm just getting messages from my cousin.
Yeah.
She's sending me pictures, so I don't know, random things, and she's making me laugh, and it's her fault that I almost passed out last night. I told her stop making me laugh because
that's horrible. When I had COVID the first time, people made me laugh, and I was almost passing out. You just can't breathe. It's hard to breathe as it is, and you're just laughing as well.
Yeah, it's what I thought it was COVID, but yeah, it's just my pneumonia. It's pretty much pneumonia. And I believe it takes longer to recuperate than COVID.
Yeah, pneumonia is a pain in the backside.
Yeah, it's week 3.
Yes, I had COVID for like 5.5 weeks.
Well, that's terrible, mate. Wow.
Yeah, I had long COVID for when it first hit us.
Yeah.
I got it at the end of September because the turned around said it didn't come till October, but that's not true. Not 100% from what I've heard. That's all I'm going to say on it, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got told it was here in September. And I got long COVID. Someone in my theatre company got it. Passed it round because it spread like wildfire, and there's two of us down with COVID. It's like before COVID was a thing.
Right.
Government over here kept it stum because there was an election coming up.
Yeah.
It's a strategy. So it's a strategy to it.
Yeah.
All politicians do something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why they were so soft on it, because they wanted to win the election, and then before they did anything about it, I was, so.
There is a protest going on right now here. In
you've got one as well. I know Canada. I know Trudeau's done a runner.
We got it here also. There's the same protest is going on in Canada. It's happening here right now.
Oh, is it? Is it like a thing? It happens in one country, now it's happening in another country, and another country. Kind of blowback kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and to tell the truth, it's a little like they blocked the freeway. It's important freeway because it's a freeway from the
It must be the backbone of your country.
Right, exactly.
Like our M1 or M25, or M1, yeah.
And the protest is the mandatory vaccine thing, the truckers also, and they were protesting without the mask also. And the first thing they asked, which is stupid, is like, why are you protesting without a mask? I was like, wow, is that journalism right now? Are you serious? And you see there's the I forgot her name, the reporter. She was right. She was all of them were, the police and her were wearing a mask. Obviously, they do it all for shows. I'm sorry, they do it all for show. And the one of the people who are with the truckers, he was doing like a video, like a live stream, and he had a camera, like iPhone camera, to live stream. But he wasn't wearing a mask, and she kept saying, please step away. Please keep your distance. Please keep your distance. I was like,
you're outside.
You're outside and you're wearing a mask. I was like, oh please. She's doing that for shows. She's doing that for show.
I know.
So yeah, it's happening right now. And there's a huge what do you call it? A traffic jam blockage.
Traffic jam, yeah.
Yeah, it's so. Yeah, the same thing is happening in Canada right now.
Did you see the drone shots from Montreal? I think it was Montreal when the truckers pulled up. It was absolutely. There was almost a party in the streets. Everyone was celebrating the truckers gone through. Then I heard Justin Trudeau left the country.
Right? Really?
Yeah, he did a runner apparently.
Oh God!
He's in America now, hiding out in America.
You're kidding.
Did a runner, yeah. Apparently, that's what's happened.
No way.
Yeah, sorry, this is turning into a current event stream, but hey, things are happening. Yeah, but I'm actually glad because over here we've had the COVID mandate for NHS workers has been scrapped.
Yeah,
the vaccine mandate is scrapped for NHS workers. They've done that now. They've rolled that back. They've U-turned on that, so. That's off the table, and there was a massive protest in London at the weekend.
It's just like okay, like right now I'm I'm looking at well, not watching right now because I have my TV's turned off. But before I was joining the live stream, I was watching the news, and you see now the hosts, the TV show hosts, are all wearing masks. It's like, okay, don't be ridiculous. They
I
were
know.
Yeah.
oh, because of the Omicron and all that stuff, and I was like, no, por favor.
Omicron's a cold.
Yeah.
It's my aunt. She had it, and I was like, "Oh, how are you feeling?" She's like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm just cleaning the house. I'm washing the windows." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. Not everybody gets the same effect. That's
Yeah.
Right.
obviously
That's what
that's
they're worried about.
understandable.
Yeah.
But see, my best friend, who is a scientist, and he's in the midst of all of this. He one of the things he told me that it bothers him as a scientist that the news media makes such a
Yeah.
like a sensation about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, me as a scientist, I mean, we're still
Right.
figuring out back then, back then
Yeah.
when Omnicom was starting. He's like, we're still figuring out what the hell this is. We're trying to, we'll see how this works,
Yeah.
if this booster is working and like that, and all these news, the CNN and all these news media, they're going crazy, they're going nuts and saying that, oh, it could be worse,
Yeah.
and Delta, blah blah blah. And he's like, take it easy. We don't even know what it is. What's it doing? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's happening right now. There's a huge protest going on, and they want to. It looks like some of the restrictions are being a little lifted
Yeah.
because in the airport here now it's a nightmare, especially if you work in tourism like me.
Yeah.
When you arrive in this country, my country, in Puerto Rico. So when you arrive here, you need to have a QR code, and that QR code is needs
Yeah.
to be filled. Not the travel one. It's the one here, the Puerto Rico. If you're traveling to Puerto Rico, you have to fill out another form, and you have to show your negative results, your passport, um, your vaccine card, all in that website. And then they give you a QR code it's like a color green. And if you
Yeah.
don't have that, you cannot exit the airport. And it's ridiculous because it drives me nuts. Not a lot of people know about that. And in one of the cruises that I work in, most of them are senior citizens.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of from Liverpool. They I had a hard time understanding. It's like you sound like, I was like, I sound very child. I was like, you sound like John Bishop. It's like, and he's like, oh no, we can tell the
What
time.
are you saying? Come Bishop. Come Bishop. What is saying, John Bishop?
So
There's an advert with someone from Liverpool, and it sounds like it said the neighbours poured windows onto the garden. Like, what?
Oh
Who poured
wow.
windows on gardens? What?
Wow.
So you've got an alarm system. Yeah, the neighbours poured windows on the garden. It's like, what?
Wow.
And subtitles on for an advert. It's like, what are you saying, man?
Yeah.
What? So you had a John Bishop couple, yeah.
Yeah, that was a problem because like the ones who was trying to help him register, they did this, oh no, it was a lady. She didn't understand. And he's like, can
Yeah.
you tell him this and that, because I don't understand. It's like, I know, and I told him, and he was very sweet about it. He was very nice. It's like, oh, it's understandable, like he understood, like it's not an English thing, it's just the
Yeah.
accent thing. And but he was
He
very
just
nice. But
started speaking like John Bishop.
yeah, and he
Hear about
laughed. He
lad.
laughed. He laughed about it. Everything, we all had laughed
Yeah.
about it. But it was better that way to ease the tension, because I felt horrible. He was so lost. He was confused. He was like, oh, he thought, oh, I'm never gonna leave this country. I'm gonna miss my ship. And it's like, no, it's okay. You're gonna get through this. So it's a huge problem, and that's something that a lot of people have been protesting about also.
Yeah.
It's like it's a nightmare. Really, it's a
Yeah.
horrible nightmare. and the restrictions are going way too exaggerated. This is absolutely exaggerated, and this is coming from somebody who is vaccinated with booster and all. So, I mean, it's just gone way It's gone to way beyond paranoia, and it happens globally. But see, in Puerto Rico, we have this problem that a lot of Puerto Ricans are very paranoid. How do you say? Yeah, we have that problem. All of us, we're like that. I mean, when hurricane season comes, it's all
we're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. All when you go to the supermarkets, almost everything is empty. A lot of
we had that with toilet paper in this country.
You're kidding.
Same here,
yeah. Everyone's tired. It's like, what do you do? Eat toilet paper? Doesn't taste very good. Wet. Gonna eat wet toilet paper?
No.
Because everyone thought it was a stomach flu, and it's like, it's not stomach flu.
No.
I never had the runs when I had COVID. Everyone thought it was stomach flu.
It says like it's one of the symptoms, I believe.
Yeah, I never got it. God,
I don't know. I can say
galloping trots all the time.
I can say though, right now, like all I have, at least I don't have COVID, but yeah, it's still bad. Pneumonia is still bad.
Yeah,
it still is bad.
Yeah, it felt like a very bad cold and very bad cold pneumonia when I had it.
Oof.
And I had the first strain. As I thought it was pneumonia. That's why I went to see a doctor about it. They told me it was a mystery virus. It's a mystery how you got your doctorate. That's what I call it, the virus.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know what it actually was. Yeah.
Oh, we kind of went off subject.
Yeah, we went miles off subject.
We went really miles off, and
come on, Sadako, you should be telling us we're going miles off subject. Keep it on Star Trek.
Poor Dave. We
haven't chatted for about 3 weeks, so you know what's happened. Hell. Yeah.
So, anyways,
current affairs. Where were we? Yeah.
I think we were on towards the end of season 3. I think.
Yeah, series 3, end of series 3. Oh, another thing is series 2 was the shorter season.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think you were talking about the costumes.
Yeah, we were.
Next on the costumes, they changed the costumes in series 3, but the poor old extras didn't get it. They didn't get theirs until series 4. Only guest characters and the main cast had the newer costumes for a series. They changed the phases in series 3 as well. You went from the Dustbusters to the Cobra head phases.
Oh, I definitely prefer the Cobra ones. Yeah.
I prefer the Cobra. Yeah. Funnily enough, there's a little saying about the Cobra phases. They're all left-handed. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I've never seen a right-handed. Yeah.
They did have a few right-handed ones, but they decided to mold off the left-handed one.
Huh. Yeah, interesting.
So they're all left-handed. If you get the actual toy and you put it in your left hand, you'll see the grip matches up your hand better than if you put it in your right hand.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's on purpose. So it's not a. Oh.
They're actually left-handed. All the phasers are left-handed. Starfleet.
Yeah, luckily I could use that because I'm strangely, what do they call it? Ambidextrous, I think they call it.
Yeah, ambidextrous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So most of the phasers, did actually have a handful. 2 or 3 of them were right-handed. There was also this one phaser that kept appearing throughout series 3 and 4.
Yeah.
The hero phaser was actually the prototype phaser.
Oh yeah.
So if you ever see a phaser which has a kind of glowing muzzle, the end of the muzzle glows red, and it has like a ribbed kind of emitter.
Yeah.
And it has all the LEDs on it. That's actually the prototype.
Yeah, they were tiny Sadako. The season 1, they were nicknamed the Cricket. The Cricket.
Yeah. I've got one actually. Not an original. I got a prop replica, fully working prop replica one.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah, built it when I was ill. I built it. Yeah, we kind of covered Star Trek 5. We didn't want to cover it too much. We said last week, Sadako. So We kind of covered it last week. We covered a bit of 4. We kind of skipped a bit of 4 though, because they said about 4 the better. I think.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite film, Star Trek 4.
Yeah, I think it's a bit overrated. I gotta admit.
Yeah. Star Trek Save the Whales, as they call it.
Yeah.
That's what Michael Okuda called it. He called it Star Trek Save the Whales.
Yeah.
The whole production team called it Star Trek Saves the Whales.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit, as I said, I thought it was overrated. I didn't like the score.
No.
Didn't mind the Yellow Jackets, but I didn't like the Leonard Roseman score.
Yeah.
I know but the nice thing about it is all the Starfleet bits look very Starfleet.
Yeah.
Except they reused a scene in Star Trek Series 1 of Star Trek Next Generation, like of Starfleet come on during Conspiracy, and that guy's been filling up that space taxi for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's the same scene from Star Trek 4. The guy's filling up the orbital taxi that takes people up to space dock. And he's
Sadako said 4 is his favorite one. Okay.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I had to do what you found.
Well, you know, I said it. I said it on. I don't know if I said it in front of the scenes or behind the scenes last night on Noel's channel about Rings of Akatan. I said one man's trash is another man's treasure.
That is true.
Art is in the eye of the beholder. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I mean, some people do love 4.
Yeah, fair enough.
They love the whimsicalness of it. I think it's it's a bit more light-hearted for a Star Trek film.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some bits of 4 I like, but I mean, my favorite bit is the beginning of the end. It's got my favorite ending where they get the Enterprise A.
That was brilliant.
I love that shot. You know, where they're going through space dock and then suddenly gets the Enterprise. They think they get the Excelsior and then suddenly it pans over the. Yeah, I love Rings of Akatan as well. I'm one of the only people. Actually, it was Problem Being last night who didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He called it overblown and winded and long-winded and overblown. So I mean, I like.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, that last shot in Star Trek 4 where they're going over going through space dock, it's my favorite. It's not because it's the last shot of the film; it's because it's kind of redemption. It's like a end of the arc, and it's like redemption. They got another Enterprise. They got another chance, second chances.
Yeah, and then okay, let's see. Let's talk about Best of Both Worlds let's talk about that story now.
Oh yes, the Borg episode.
Yeah.
Go on, PD.
The Borg episode that suddenly I thought the show disappeared off of TV for like it suddenly disappeared for like 2 years on terrestrial TV on BBC.
Yeah.
We were still Best of Both Worlds Part 1, and then there was like from 1990 to 1991 there was a gap, and we didn't come back until 1992.
Yeah.
So we wondered what happened to it. I mean, they were still making it. Like, there was some kind of rights issue with Sky. Sky got it, and they wanted to show it before everyone else got the rights after Series 3.
Yeah.
So the syndication was shown like a year later. So suddenly Star Trek Next Generation disappears in England for like a year.
Yeah.
No one knows what happens to it. So we keep hearing stuff about Best of Both Worlds Part 2, but it was the big one where Picard gets turned into a Borg drone.
Selby was a bit in the lanes. She was a bit overconfident, wasn't she?
Yeah, Selby. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Borg had been built up from the end of season 1, though.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about the neutral zone, about the bases being ripped out of the ground, it was the Borg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so that was the whole thing about that. And it was finally in series.
And then, of course, it was like Riker was having to contemplate too about whether he wanted to become a captain of a ship too.
The Melbourne,
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the Melbourne changes. 1 minute it's a Excelsior class vessel, then the next minute it's a Nebula class vessel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it changed. It was actually in Deep Space Nine. It's a Nebula class vessel, and in Next Generation it was Excelsior class.
Yeah.
Continuity error there.
Yeah.
So it's continuity error with the Melbourne. Yeah, and you don't actually see any of the Battle of Wolf 359 until you see Emissary of Deep Space Nine.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. That was awesome.
You don't actually know what's going on in the battle. You only see the aftermath in the Next Generation. But Deep Space Nine, they finally show you what's. That's what I always liked about Deep Space Nine. They showed you the battles.
Yeah, it was a good show for that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they actually showed you what was going on. They didn't just say it happened and then show you the aftermath like Next Generation always used to do. They showed you the full battle. It was dark.
Yeah, they were going to originally think about getting rid of Picard, Sadako. You're right. They were considering that, I think, at one point. Yeah,
that's why in an episode of Parallels, they actually had the universe where Picard died.
Yeah.
Yeah, but separating Picard from the collective killed him in that episode of Parallels, and so they lost Picard on that Enterprise, on the Parallel Enterprise. Yeah, and it was supposed to be the thing about thinking about keeping Shelby as a first officer and promoting Jonathan Frakes up to Picard.
That would have been different.
Yeah.
Part of me's glad that didn't happen that way with Shelby as the first officer. I don't know.
Yeah. That had the greatest ending of that season, though.
Yeah.
It was one word: fire.
Yeah, it was classic.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, music. Yeah.
I think it was Dennis McCarthy. That ending.
Oh, he's good. Dennis McCarthy was always good. Yeah.
Did the theme to Star Trek Generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, had that fit into the Star Trek episode. It's like it was so good. Seth MacFarlane used it for the courtroom episode.
Yeah.
And Lois walks back in when she's supposed to have died.
Yeah.
And she comes running back in. The one where Stewie's simulating what happened if he actually did kill Lois. And she walks back in the episode. It's a two-parter. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Now we're on to season 4 now.
Season 4, yes. This was the sadly this was one where Gene Roddenberry died, but this was when I started watching Next Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good season 4. We had the first view of an alternate universe with Future Imperfect, which turned out not to be an alternate universe. We had Wesley Crusher leaving.
Oh, Families was a good one where Picard went to see his brother in France, and that was good.
Yeah, that was the PTSD episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got to meet Worf's parents.
Yeah.
But Wesley got to see his father, Jack Crusher, as a hologram. Yeah. And then you see that Jack Crusher is wearing a TNG com badge, wearing the old uniform but a TNG com badge.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just given them TNG style com badges in the yesterday's Enterprise?
Exactly. Yeah.
And the older uniforms. So you get to see all that. That was a good episode. You had The Wounded, Devil's Due, Clues. An episode called First Contact.
Fair enough, Sadako. If the Family wasn't one of your episodes you like, that's fine.
Yeah. It was a good episode because it got to see McKinley Station.
Yeah.
Station McKinley. Didn't get to go see on board it, but you got to see the Enterprise docked.
Yeah.
Station McKinley, which is built for the big Galaxy class starships and the Nebula classes. Yeah, Night Terrors was an interesting one. Identity Crisis. Nth Degree, Cupid. Oh, the Drumhead. That was a good episode.
Oh, yeah.
With Nora Satini, another courtroom episode. By Jerry Taylor. Jerry Taylor's big episode.
Oh, yes, she's a good writer. Yeah, Jerry Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, went off to do Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah.
Drumhead was about someone being half Vulcan, half Romulan.
Yeah.
And about going too far. Court's going too far, and it kind of Drumhead trial. It was a bit like cancel culture. It's a cancel culture episode.
Pretty much.
Nora Satini was Madame Cancel Culture. Was Mrs. Karen.
Madame Cancel Culture.
Yeah. You call it the cancel. I bet that episode will disappear from the archives.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Also had the one near the end of the season. We had Geordi getting abducted by Romulans.
Yeah.
In the Mind's Eye. Yeah, I didn't catch all the episodes when I first saw it on this one, but it was shown about a year. Yeah, it was shown about 2 years after for Best of Both Worlds Part 1.
Yeah.
And for some reason, BBC just lost the rights for a year.
So let me get this straight. Well, pretty much America or half of the world, whatever.
Yeah.
We're watching part 1 and part 2, but England or UK didn't not until a year later.
We didn't
Pretty
get to
much.
1992, I think. We're about a year,
Oh,
we're
wow.
about 2 years behind in the end.
Why?
There was a rights issue, I think, between Sky and the BBC, and Sky were kicking and said, "Oh, Sky kind of bought the syndication rights. Managed to outbid the BBC with primary syndication rights.
Hmm.
The BBC ended up with secondary syndication rights. I mean, they had to show everything a year later.
Oh.
Because when Sky B were kind of muscling on the action.
Okay.
And they were getting hold of all the Star Trek Next Generation because it was popular after the first season.
Mm-hmm.
They were muscling in, and so they pushed the BBC out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And they took the rights.
Yeah.
So it was like it was 1 year delay between Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. So it suddenly disappeared for 2 years.
Wow.
So it was like on hiatus.
Yeah, we had a 1 year hiatus. The show was still being made, was still going as strong as it was. But
yeah. Right, yeah, but like the episode, like
yeah, so we didn't see what they happened
on the UK.
Yeah, we didn't see the rest of Westworld Part 2 until like 1992. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't Twitter wasn't.
Yeah, we had the internet.
Like
there would have been an outcry. Yeah.
Right. And really spoiled.
Yeah. There would have been an absolute outcry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Unification Part 1, Sadako, was Rodbury's eulogy dedication. That wasn't until the next season, though.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, next year. Yeah, we'll get there. Oh, it's long. I think we've got 3 to go, haven't we? Yeah, 3 to go. Yeah, this is a problem with Next Generation. It's the first series to have 7 seasons.
Yeah.
First to have 7 seasons, it's a bit of a long one, yeah. 26 episodes in almost every season, apart from 2. So, yeah. Where were we on? The Drumhead with Cupid again, where the... Was that? It was Vash's first episode in Cupid. It was Vash.
Yeah, I like Vash. Vash is a good character. Yeah.
That was a second episode because it was Captain's Holiday and then it's Cupid.
That's right.
Vash's second episode. She appears again. Next time you see Vash is Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
You never see her again.
No.
Disappear.
She disappears on. Yeah, you see her Captain's
Yeah, and I was
Holiday.
thinking Measure of a Man too, but we'll talk about that once we get to Voyager. I think you'll know which episode I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Captain Holiday. It was series 3, wasn't it? Captain's Holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, halfway through series 3. Saw Vash.
Yeah.
So Vash comes back. You see her in Cupid.
Yeah.
Got Drumhead, which was a massive. I think Jonathan Frakes' first episode he directed.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Reunion was the first episode he directed.
Right. That was what, episode 81 or something?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Reunion.
We directed a few episodes, right?
Yeah, that was Kalar again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kalar. It's the first episode with Alexander in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Alexander. Yeah. Yeah, Worf's son.
Yeah. That's when Worf's wife dies. Kalar dies in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gowron, he always has those pop eyes, doesn't he, Gowron?
Yeah, he has those beady eyes. Ah.
Yeah.
I got some pictures of them. I got some pictures I can send you of that. I got some memes I can send you later.
Yeah.
Glory to your hole. Just Gowron popping up.
Yeah.
Oh, his beady eyes. Oh, God. Yeah.
Well, they're kind of bulging, too. Bulging out of the socket, too. From what I remember.
Yeah. Robert O'Reilly played an absolutely amazing part.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Plays an amazing part. I don't know how he does it. He's up, but remember, his eyes don't bulge that much in real life. He must wear contact lenses or something.
Be able to do that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because when I put the makeup back on, I didn't do the makeup very well. I did it at a convention.
Yeah.
His eyes weren't bulging that much. But in the episode, his
Yeah.
eyes are both bulging out the makeup.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Give War a chance, yeah. Gowron, yeah. So we fought Gowron for the first time in season 4.
Yeah.
In Reunion. It was Jonathan Frakes' first episode.
Yeah.
And it was the start of the Klingon Civil War.
Yeah.
Which came out in Redemption Part 1, where at the end of the season, Worf left the Enterprise, briefly.
Yeah, he did.
To join Gowron and his bulging eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Redemption Part 1, I believe, was the 100th episode. It was the syndication episode.
Yeah.
It made over 100 episodes, and there's the show showing the syndication. Ended up in syndication. Yeah. On to Series 5. We had Redemption Part 2 with the Klingon Civil War wrapped up.
Yeah.
We had the most memed episode, Darmok.
Yes.
Darmod and Jalad in Tanagra.
Yeah.
First appearance of Ensign Rowe.
Yes. Ensign Rowe, great character.
Rowe Laren shows up. I think another Barclay episode. We have a Barclay episode every year.
Oh, I know. He's been in quite a few, yeah.
Yeah, he's almost every year from like season 3, I think. Series 3 onwards.
Yeah, he's even in Voyager, too.
Yeah, he was carried over to Voyager. Then we had Gene Roddenberry's death near the beginning of season 5 when he was working on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
As well in 1991. And as Sadako said, it was the Unification Part 1 that had the eulogy on it.
Yeah.
And going back to season 3 briefly, near the end of season 3, we had the second appearance of a Next Generation character in there. Sorry, original series character in Next Generation. We had Sarek turn up.
Yeah.
Season 5, Unification Part 1 is also Sarek's death.
Yeah.
We lost Sarek as well. Mark Leonard at the time was still alive. He didn't die until a lot later on, but
yeah.
We lost Sarek from the Star Trek universe.
And then we got Tasha Yar's daughter, right? We got.
Seela in Part 2. Seela appears.
Yeah.
Because Tasha Yar got sent back in time.
Yep.
In a parallel universe, it created in this universe. The Enterprise C arrived through the rift.
Yeah.
She managed to escape. She managed to get out in the escape pod and ended up having a relationship with a Romulan.
Yeah.
And
Russian Aidens again.
Surprised that BBC didn't cut that.
Oh, interspecial. You can't have any interspecial breeding. Oh. It is not pure enough. It is not pure. Lord Reef. It's not pure. This is the memory of Lord Reef. We must be pure at the BBC. We must be pure. We must be very pure. We can't have any half-breeds. It's not pure. It's not Marxism.
Oh my.
And then we're gonna feel guilty about it in 20 years' time.
Yes.
And shove our white guilt in everyone's
face. Exactly. Gosh. What a mess.
I don't know what's happened to the Melina. I couldn't tell you.
I don't.
The stories I hear, I'm like still scratching my head. What I hear coming out of television center, broadcasting house, I still scratch my head. I don't know what's going on there.
Where do you think it's most censored? Do you think American TV is more censored than the UK?
It depends what channel. Some channels will just show things as is.
Mm-hmm.
They won't censor it now. I think it's public service channels in the UK which are more censored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're more under the cosh of Ofcom.
Mm-hmm.
But the commercial channels aren't really, because they'll just pay the fine and tell them to bugger off. Unless they do something stupid like take the channel down for like 2 hours, randomly. They'll just put say, okay, then there you go, have some money, Ofcom, now go away, leave us alone.
Yeah.
So if they do something really, really, really bad, like start showing some kind of weird pornography when they shouldn't be during lunchtime, then they're getting a lot of trouble for that. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
But it's a public service. Probably the BBC, they're not public service. They're the state broadcaster. So
Okay.
that's what they've got. They always do things to extremes, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, as this the past the past 5 or 6 years, they've done too much to extremes. A lot too much white guilt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like white. It's like white. What's it called? It's like
annoying.
It's
it's
annoying.
just it's like okay, for example, my ancestry is African and Spanish.
Yeah.
So you know what happened to the Spanish when. I mean, if you know a little bit of history, I'm not going to go through it. You know, when they pretty much invaded these Caribbean islands, especially Puerto Rico. So I mean, how am I supposed to feel? I mean, it's sad, what happened, but the history is history, but that doesn't mean like I should be born I'm quoting this quote unquote guilty. I mean, if I am I supposed to feel half guilty?
Yeah,
because I'm also from African.
It's like the UK is the country that abolished the slave trade, so am I supposed to feel half guilty as well?
Right. What I learned is from my last name was given by a slave owner, a Spanish slave owner, and that's what I was told. So am I supposed to be ashamed of my last name?
Yeah.
I mean, what can we do? What we can do right now is be the best that we can be.
Exactly.
As individuals.
Go forward, not backwards.
Go forward, not backwards. The only one thing is to learn the past. So that we know who we are right now in the present, and then better ourselves for the future. There you go.
Exactly.
So it's like we can't be living like this for the rest of our lives. I mean, this one thing that it turns me off completely is when a guy is he's like, oh, my white male privilege, my white, like he's hating himself because he's white. It's like, oh God, please stop. What you have to do is just be a good person, treat everybody equally, and if that person is an asshole to you, well, he's treat him as an asshole back, no matter what ethnicity or sexual orientation is. That is the point of equality, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. And it seems to me, the way you're talking to me about the BBC, I had no idea that they censored so many things like
they're doing it at the moment. They're censoring a load of old comedy shows. Dad's Army is getting censored at the moment.
Oh, and like Faulty Towers, right?
They did that. They took the N word thingy out of it. In the Yahtzee episode,
the episode, it was really
a very Germanic episode, the German episode.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that it was obvious mocking. Do you know?
Yeah.
You know what brings me back? I just had a flashback. What's his name? Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
He got in trouble. He got in trouble for doing skits mocking Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he said it himself. He's like, he said it. That's the point. I'm mocking Hitler.
Yeah.
That's the point. And Mel Brooks has done it as well.
Yeah.
And he's Jewish. He's Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point. But whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, one extreme to the other. The like censoring this is not going to, it's not going to change anything. I mean, it's
No.
there. It's ridiculous. Like, oh, I remember when when the George Floyd thing happened, and a lot of
Yeah.
people been censoring episodes, anything that had blackface, everything like that. And I remember the Golden Girls. There was an episode where they it wasn't blackface, for fuck's sakes. It was mud. They were mud,
Yeah.
and the episode was that um one of the characters named Dorothy, her son was going to marry
Right.
a black lady,
Right.
and she was older, an African American, and so
Yeah.
like it was supposed to be funny. I mean, they tackle all kinds of topics. What today they're called woke, but in a funny manner. And you have to, within the context. I mean, we're talking about 80s here, which is a little bit
Yeah.
controversial. Like, oh, but it made it funny. And then a lot of people were like, "That's not blackface. That's mud. They were doing mud," and it was funny. The episode was funny, and they took it out. They took the episode out. And it's like, it's ridiculous. Like,
My attitude is this, Melina. It's like, I don't mind putting a trigger warning on it. Sorry, someone's ringing us. I don't mind a trigger warning. I don't know who's phoning us at almost 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
God. Someone's answered it. I don't mind to put a trigger warning over it. There's something dodgy in it. Something that's considered dodgy by our standards today. But don't delete the entire thing or edit it down.
No.
Right.
You're
Exactly.
editing history.
It's there. What are we going to do? Like, well,
Exactly. You can't exactly do. Once it's done,
Yeah.
So this attitude they want to whitewash history. It's just not going to happen.
Right. It's not going to fix anything. It's like they want to like put makeup on it, like just to cover it with makeup.
Yeah.
And saying like, oh no, nothing happened here, nothing. And I mean,
what's like they're censoring Talons of Wayne Chang too for the Tom Baker.
No, that's ridiculous.
Wing
Chiang is
why?
Look, it was the problem with Wing Chiang was the only person we knew of, who any kind of Far Eastern actor we knew in this country was Burt Kwok, and he was busy working on everything else, so he couldn't have Burt Kwok.
Yeah.
He was busy working on Pink Panther and all that. He couldn't do it. We didn't have many Chinese or Japanese actors in the UK. Not many of them at all. Because the Japanese community didn't want to become actors. They saw it as a bit of a cul-de-sac of a career.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone keeps trying to ring us.
Oh, jeez. Not again.
Yeah, bear with me a second.
No worries.
No worries.
Is that the house phone?
That's our house phone, yeah. It's our house phone. I've got a landline in my office, so it's a wired phone. It's just in case we lose power, so it's one phone that can ring out. Yeah, but it's like the whole point of it was, as I said, there wasn't many Chinese actors in the UK.
Yeah.
So, not many Chinese or Japanese people or Korean people that come over to live in the UK wanted to be actors. So the communities were very similar. So you didn't get many actors. That's why they had to make non-Chinese people look Chinese, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous because they were trying to attempt on BritBox where they wouldn't have it on the BritBox.
Oh God, they are whitewashing history.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? The problem with history is it has a uncanny ability to repeat itself.
Yeah.
And it also, as we've seen with all the truckers and what's happening in Melina's country at the moment, it's called blowback.
Mm-hmm.
One country has had enough, another country's had enough, another country's had enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's slowly happening over the entire Western world at the moment. Everyone's had enough.
Yeah.
They don't believe it. They think they're like immune to the effects of history or something. They think they live in a time tunnel.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not. And they always end up with they had egg on their faces at the end of all this.
Yeah.
Massively end up with egg on their face, and then look at it and say, "Oh, we're the victim.
Victims.
Oh God. Yeah.
No, you're not the victim. You're the one that started it. Oh, I don't know. The BBC. It's like this authoritarian guilt they've got. Authoritarian white guilt they're suffering from. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
As I said, they're now going around trying to censor Dad's Army. That's the latest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, they cut the next. I think the next season, we're in season 6 with Starship Mine. They censored a bit of the TV.
It's very unnecessary. It's ridiculous. For me, it's ridiculous.
But the funny thing is, Channel 4 had a problem with an episode of Babylon 5. Do you know what they did?
What
they do?
They just showed it after Watershed. They showed it after 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
GKO, it's because all the fighting in it was quite violent.
Yeah.
They just showed it at 10 o'clock at night and said we rescheduled one episode of Babylon 5 to this time period.
Okay.
Because it's a more adult themed episode. That's what I did. They just show one episode, the odd episode after.
That's fair. That's fair.
That was fair enough.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's what they do. Just kept just moving the odd episode.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the way to do it. Honestly, if you have to,
I'll put a trigger warning on before the episode. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember there wasn't really censoring, but they were changing it. So I'm a big Sailor Moon fan.
Yeah.
And when I was watching Toonami,
the Toonami one compared to the Japanese one. Oh my god, there's so much difference. Oh yeah,
there's a whole lot of difference.
Oh yes.
And I think you know where I'm going at. The characters, Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune.
Yeah.
They're lesbians. In English, they're called Michelle and Myra. I think that was their name. They're in English, their names.
Yeah.
And they were cousins in the American version. And I bought it because I had no idea until my mom, when she started working at the library, and she said, "Hey, there's a whole section of that Japanese shit that you like." And just like, "Oh, thanks." Just she hates anime, or she hated anime. But the only anime that my mom liked was Sailor Moon because she thought it was so pretty, and so she's like, "Oh, but Sailor Moon is here." It's like, "Okay, mommy, but bring it." And when I started reading it, I was like, "What?" I was so confused. I was 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what. I mean, I'm not talking about confused, like, "Oh, what's homosexual?" I don't mean like that. I was confused, like, wait a minute. What are their lovers? I didn't think, and then I found out because I still have that book. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere where it's like a trivia kind of book with Sailor Moon, and it had right there printed, and it had a picture of them hugging each other, like very romantic way, and it said that in the American version they're portrayed as cousins, but originally they're lovers, they're lesbian lovers.
Yeah.
I was like,
because they voiced over one in the American and the English one to sound like he was a male, not female.
Yes.
Right. And then they didn't show any more Sailor Moon. I mean, in English, because back then, because then the Sailor Moon, the what do you call Sailor Stars, came in, and then that's a whole other subject because it originally males. When they transform, they turn to females. I mean, transform like superheroes, the female.
Yeah.
So that was like, okay, there's no way we can change this. So that's why they didn't show any Sailor Moon. So that's kind of interesting. I don't think they censored it. I think they did right. Do you call that censoring, or would you call that like changing?
Yeah, they modified it. That was
modified it.
Modified the story. They kept doing it in Dragon Ball Z as well. They kept doing it in everything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They never showed Dragon Ball in this country because of the whole Goku thing.
Oh.
Goku discovering what a man and a woman was. Yeah.
and I think that a lot has been cut. Dragon Ball. I mean, because it's what's the word? Rauchi.
Oh, Rochi, Master Rochi got a lot of scenes
No,
cut.
no, not Roshi. The comedy. How do you say it?
Yeah.
Rauchi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't say it. It's like when it's very heavy kind of comedy, like sexually
Oh, I
heavy.
see.
Oh, raunchy. Yeah, raunchy. Yeah.
Raunchy, thank you.
Yeah,
Raunchy. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry about that. What'd you say? Round?
Raunchy.
Raunchy?
Raunchy.
Yeah.
Raunchy. Raunchy.
Raunchy.
Raunchy. Raunchy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Raunchy.
Okay. So yeah, because do you remember like there's episodes where Bulma shows her panties?
Yeah.
To who was it? Was it Goku?
Yeah.
Yeah, Goku was like what, 11 years old,
Yeah.
10 years old?
No tail, yeah.
Just like okay, but those and I started but however, I think they showed it in I remember Toonami had something called the Midnight Run.
Yeah.
And the Midnight Run they showed Gundam Wing and Dragon Ball Z things that were uncensored, uncut. And I remember that it was uncut. It was like Gundam Wing uncut.
Yeah.
DBC uncut. And they showed episodes where it's a little, more mature, I guess, like including more violent, more blood.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that's
they
another
should
way.
be in Tank Police on that one.
And that's another way you can do it. I mean, you can air it later. Like I watched it still because my parents were awesome.
Yeah.
I had cable in my room. I was spoiled, so I was a Midnight Run, and I remember it was like I think it was every Saturday if I'm not mistaken. Midnight Run, but that's something that you could do. Instead of just eliminating everything or whitewashing, as you say it. The episode that what was the name of the episode that the BBC did not air or
the
cut?
Yeah,
that's some of the kids, right? The interracial kids that were there. Oh, excuse me.
What are you talking about? Oh, the interracial kiss.
Yeah.
That was they cut a bit of Plato's stepchildren out of the original series.
But they cut that scene out.
They cut it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the episode, but they cut that scene out.
No, they cut the scene out. They edited the scene for TV.
But that was the BBC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got rid of the episode The High Ground because of the action with the IRA at the time.
And the funny thing is that it made history. It made TV history. It wasn't
exactly.
It was the first interracial kiss ever aired.
And these were reruns. These weren't the original run. These were reruns.
Yeah.
It's funny, huh?
I know. I want to edit history.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess and these are considered like two hot people,
Yeah.
Something that
Michelle and Bill, yeah.
Yes. Considered two they were like fantasy kind of thing, the guys were going crazy over her. And it worked. I mean, it was great chemistry, and I remember when who was it? Was my dad who told me? No, my pastor. My pastor was the one who told me that, or who was my pastor, and he said that when he was there when he watched it, that he watched it here in this country. In this country, it's not a big deal, really.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal, and in a way, it made history, in other parts of the world, especially in the United States. But I had no idea until he told me that it made history, the first interracial kiss, TV on screen kiss.
Yeah.
And shown there, and the BBC.
Cut the kiss out. Yeah.
I don't get it, but it's just it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. It makes no sense for me back then, and it still makes no sense right now, because if they want to learn that, oh fuck, we were thinking why we did that. Okay, let's not cut anything. Period. Just don't do it. Don't repeat it today. Don't repeat it today. Exactly.
Yeah, they've just got institutional white guilt. That's their problem.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Institutional white guilt is what the a lot of the public broadcasters have, but it's like Channel 4 does things completely different.
Yeah.
Or used to. They'll show it later at night.
Mm-hmm.
And run it as a special. And so we're showing this episode a bit later. It's like they did with Hollyoaks. They might want to do more raunchy stuff in Hollyoaks. Then run the episode later. Run it as Hollyoaks Uncut or Hollyoaks After Hours. And show the episode after 9 o'clock. That's what they'd do. Makes a lot more sense, but BBC have got this habit of like, oh, we don't like that, cut it out. Oh, don't like it, cut it out. This is it. It's like you don't know if you're gonna. It's like, you know, if you want Dad's Army now, you're gonna have to get an older copy. You have to buy an older copy of the DVD now, so it's not, you know, it's not edited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame.
It's
so you don't mind the release of director's cut or something, and they've cut a few lines out, like in Stargate SG-1 and Children of the Gods.
Yeah.
They re-released Children of the Gods as a special edition. They cut the episode where, you know, just because my reproductive organs are on the outside of my body. But that's the reason I cut that out is because Samantha Carter was coming off as a bit of a Karen in the first very first thing, and they turned around and said after kind of halfway through season 1, they realised that's not her character. So they edited that little that one line out because she was coming off like a Karen. Trying to compete with the boys.
Yeah.
It's an off character. What they call, I think, OC. Off character.
Yeah, off character. She was a bit off character with that line. There's a few lines that I didn't like. Had her off character. They edited her out, and she sounds a lot better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes editing can be a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. It's just that's how it's done.
I mean, exactly.
But they didn't destroy the original episode, though. That's the thing.
Right.
No.
It did not hurt the story. It did not hurt the story either.
This is just a special. That was just a special anniversary take on the very first episode starting at SG-1. Watch it if you want. Don't watch it if you don't want. That's their attitude.
Yeah.
It doesn't harm the story. The original episode's Children of the Gods is still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, I don't know. I just think it's a bit sad going around editing history.
Yeah.
It is sad. I mean, we're repeating history.
Yeah.
And instead of learning from it, we're repeating it. But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I don't live in the UK. I'm not living in the United States, obviously. But when I read these articles and these people and the news and the media and Twitter and all that stuff, and it's like, my gosh, why are they're making a big deal out of this? Like, for example, right now, the Joe Rogan experience, like, holy crap! And now what's his name? Prince Harry and Megan, whatever her name is, Megan.
Oh yes, they delivered any content to Spotify. Yeah, can you confirm they've delivered any content? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they were irrelevant until after that Oprah interview.
Yeah.
It was they were popular, they were a big deal, they were trending. Now it was just everybody kind of like almost forgot about them, and now all of a sudden they showed up to talk about the Joe Rogan experience thing. I was like, oh my gosh! I mean, I really don't care. I mean, again, here I go again. I am fully vaccinated. I do believe in the vaccines of this COVID thing. That's me. That's my choice. And the reason why I know this and I choose this because I'm confident what my friend tells me. He's a scientist, but that's my choice. I have a choice either to not accept what he says, or accept it. I made the choice, and
Yeah.
and I don't care. I don't care who he brings. I mean, it's not gonna harm me. It's not gonna harm anybody. This misinformation is gonna harm a lot of people.
Sadako exactly the
That's
same as me. I used to think I was center left. Now I'm thinking I'm more center right because of what's happened.
oh no, I'm like I don't like I don't really care. It's just like I look, listen. There are people that I know personally who got COVID, and they say, I am not going to take the vaccine. I don't believe in that. I disagree in that decision. But hey, you can ask anybody, absolutely anybody, when they say that I'm feeling sick or whatever. I always message them. It's like, how are you feeling? Are you
Yeah.
taking the medicine that the doctor prescribed for you? Are you leaking? Listen to me, leaking. Are you drinking liquids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you resting? I'm always checking up on how are you feeling. Do I argue with him? Why do I need to start a debate? Why they're sick?
Yeah.
And there's no point. I mean, I don't win any points. It's not about a scoreboard here. It's like,
Yeah.
aha, we lefties are winning against the conservatives, and it's nothing like that. Even though I'm not a leftist, I'm a centrist. But it's like
Yeah.
it's just being human, man. It's just
I
being a
know.
human being. And this thing about the Joe Rogan is actually very worrisome because this is going now with the censorship thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and I personally find him very entertaining. I think he's a great podcast
Yeah.
host. He really
Yeah.
is. Unlike that dumbass Ethan Klein from
Oh
HDTV.
yeah. He's thrown his
He's
career away.
he's a fucking horrible podcast
Yeah.
host.
He's a modern day Howard Stern, Joe Rogan. He's not as bad
Yeah.
as Howard Stern is now. He's completely gone to the dark side. But
Yeah,
he's a new modern day Howard Stern, you know. Joe Rogan will
right.
say it how it is.
But it's like right now. Okay, so right now we're talking, all three of us,
Yeah.
and we may have all three of us have our probably different views. Let it be vaccine or COVID,
Yeah.
whatever. But we have this conversation,
Yeah.
and it's easygoing. We connect.
Yeah.
It's really refreshing and laid back, and it's not like there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You see, what misinformation are we doing here? And even if I give misinformation, I mean, I'm not an expert, but at the same time, I mean, it's the choice of that person to decide. Okay, am I going to do this? Or am I going to do that? Like I
Right.
did. I asked
Yeah.
questions to my friend Jose.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like how does this work? Blah 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 blah. He answered all my questions, and I said, okay, I'm going to do it, and I did it. I chose it.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, fine. That's he's
Yeah,
it's up
it's
to
your
you.
choice.
That's my
Yeah.
choice, really. And that's, I mean, it's so much easier like that. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Uh,
it has turned into this debate and then winning
yeah, I
and
know. It's insane,
oh,
isn't it?
exactly. It's completely insane, and that's why I feel like we're going backwards and backwards and backwards. And I'm getting to the point here. We we use video games, series, movies, books
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
an escape
Exactly, yeah.
from all of this. Yet they also want to censor that.
Yeah. Pretty much.
They also want to
It's
censor
not they
that.
just want to
Censor
censor it, they want to put politics left front and center in it as well.
left, right, and center now, and it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, we can okay, like Harry Potter right now. Oh my gosh, J.K.
Oh,
Rowling.
yeah.
Oh no, you like J.K. Rowling? You're a
Oh, did you see
transphobic
that
and stuff.
BBC thing that's going around?
No.
Oh, you got to watch that. It's just hilarious. The BBC, the fake BBC Woke Day thing.
Oh god.
I'll put the link in the private chat. It's funny.
Okay.
Friday Night's Tights, on Friday Night Tights. It's just really funny.
Okay.
Even Alex Belfield looked at it. I'll put it in a private chat.
Okay, I want to see it.
You want to have a watch of that? It's funny. That'll make you laugh. That'll cheer you up.
I'm sorry, Dave. We went a little off subject, but I mean, it is part of this whole,
Yeah.
the point
it
what we're
is.
trying to say about the series like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Um, I had no idea until
Star
you
Trek was
told
in
me.
a way a very progressive show in a way.
Yeah.
It
But it wasn't
was
in your face politically progressive. It
like
was just
Discovery.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was about the progression of mankind, mankind becoming
Exactly.
better, and people bettering themselves.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
I
mm-hmm,
mean, it's in First Contact when he's talking to Lily. That's
mm-hmm,
kind of sums up what Star Trek is. In the future, we
mm-hmm,
try to better ourselves. We don't
Yeah.
have
mm-hmm,
money. We don't.
mm-hmm.
Well, not in that kind of form. We try to
Yeah.
better. We're like you and Doctor Cochrane. We're just trying to better ourselves and mankind, and and kind of explore the galaxy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. And the Discovery is just about people having safe spaces and crying over their feelings.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that got to do with Star Trek? It's about the show is called Star Trek. It's about trekking the stars. It's not about who hurt whose feelings today.
I
No.
was gonna say I don't know, I forgot the name of the actress, but the main character,
Oh, Burnham, yeah.
Yeah.
she
Michael
she's
Burnham.
she she cries a lot, or she's
Oh,
like
she
very too
does.
overly emotional.
And she's supposed to come from raised by Vulcans and be stunning and brave. Yeah, so useless,
Oh,
dry.
you're
She's supposed to be Savik's adopted daughter. Sarek's
Oh
adopted
yeah.
daughter.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's like you're nothing like Sarek or Spock. It's like
so is that again out of character? Just
yeah,
makes no
completely.
sense. It makes no sense. Mm.
It's like
Yeah.
Sarek would be embarrassed. It was like our universe, Sarek, original universe, Sarek. He'd be
Yeah.
embarrassed to have you as a daughter. He'd put you in the basement for God's sake and try to ignore you. And it's like
Okay. So
I think they're trying
I'm
to
gonna show the trailer off real quick.
Programs for Woke Day evening on BBC One begin with highlights of this year's pit burning championships from Islington's George Floyd Stadium, formerly the Aung San Suu Kyi Arena.
yeah. I'll put in the chat whose credit is. Just a minute, yeah. It's like how the BBC is becoming parody of
Here,
itself.
the contestants will be in.
Let me see.
Yeah, just a minute.
Look at this.
Embracing the collected works of that renowned transphobic Nazi, J.K.
Exactly.
Rolling. At 8:28, it's time for 2 minutes
There we
8.
go.
And this week, Lee Francis apologizes to an amber.
It's all right. We're commenting on it, Sadako, but yeah, I've put whose credit who did it.
Who's that? Who's that ginger bearded guy?
Oh, Lee Francis, Avid Marion, Keith Lemon.
What is he? What was he?
Bo Selector, and Celebrity Juice. Oh, we lost Dave. Dave, come back, mate. Come back. Seem to have lost Dave. It's probably his computer's overloaded. Yeah, if I was
race bait.
Exactly.
Race bait.
Yeah, but I think the example of this is just generally in talk about pop culture is the BBC is now being lampooned by people like Victoria Lucas. That's how far it's gone. They're now being lampooned, and now the media's picking up on this. They've gone, when something goes too far. I think this is it. They've gone too far now. So I think they've gone way too far. Is Dave coming back?
What is this?
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, what is Greta Thunberg doing?
That's the one she got caught dancing with her.
What is this?
Oh, that was funny. She went on that pop concert. She went to a concert. She was after one of their
What?
protests. They had a concert, and she was like dancing and singing, doing karaoke on stage with her boyfriend.
What? That's her boyfriend?
Yeah, the guy in the dungarees was his boyfriend. Was her boyfriend.
That's a boyfriend. I thought he was gay.
No, it's a boyfriend. Yeah.
Who wears overalls like that?
It's not. No one since the 1990s.
What is this? Greta Thunberg. What is this?
No one's worn overalls like that since like the 1990s.
Wait, Austin Virtue versus Britain.
Yeah.
Britain and social justice.
Yeah.
Non-binary wonders versus for creatures. What is this?
Yeah. Gay football league.
BLM Hotspur.
They're all bending their knee. Yeah. Aston Virtue versus Brighton.
Oh my goodness.
Brighton and Hove Albion is the name of the team, but it's called Brighton Social Justice.
Ay.
And non-binary, but it's Bolton Wanderers. Non-binary Wanderers Crystal PC.
I was not expecting that. Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. Queen's Park Rangers versus West Bromwich Albion, which is a woke Bromwich Albion.
I really hate this. I mean,
yeah. Tottenham Hotspur's BLM. This is Metro City, which is
where's Dave?
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, I just sent him a message saying, "Come back, all is forgiven."
Oh, okay.
Since he's been kicked from his own channel. If this happens, we'll just have to leave after. But we both leave the channel. The stream will automatically shut down after 5 minutes.
Okay.
So we get stuck. It's all right. We can bail out. Probably and I had to do it once on another channel. There he is. He's back.
There you go. Okay. There you go.
I'm trying to come back to his own channel. No, he's gone again.
It's loading.
He overloaded his own laptop.
Yeah, my laptop went totally.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. There you are.
Okay. Yeah.
Back in the room. Yeah. But yes, that's kind of like how things are now. People are starting to literally lampoon them.
Yeah.
They're getting lampooned. Yeah. All this came up because I turned around and said they didn't show an episode on Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
And they started cutting bits of. They cut bits of. Yes, that's an episode coming out. They cut bits of Starship Mind out as well.
Yeah.
Because Picard goes into Worf's quarters and gets a Cleon hunting crossbow and shoots one of the terrorists with it.
Yeah.
And they cut that scene out. Starship Mind. Yeah, but that's kind of what's going on at the moment. It's like, they've got this, as I said, this authoritative white guilt.
Yeah.
Sorry, institutionalized. I keep saying authoritative when I mean institutionalized, meaning a big institution. It's institutionalized white guilt, and it's weird.
It is.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, what series were we on? 6, weren't we? Or 5?
I think we can start with 6 now if you want.
Yeah. Series 6 was finished with Time's Arrow. Series 5 finished with Iborg, the next phase, and good episodes, In a Light, which was the one with the flute.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I don't know who it was. What's it? Who wrote that bit of music? Whoever wrote that, I think it was
Jay Chataway, I think.
Jay Chataway, that's it. He kept saying that's the most requested piece of music he ever gets from Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's always the theme from Inner Light, the theme from Inner Light, the flute music from Inner Light. And even Patrick Stewart says the actual flute was a lump of resin.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you want a lump of resin? I don't think it was. I think it was actually a pea whistle. It was a pea whistle, or Irish pea whistle. Just painted. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, why would you want a lump of resin? But yeah. Yeah, went on to Series 6.
Yep.
Realm of Fear with Lieutenant Barclay. A Barclay episode.
Oh, you know what one I really like is, or was that Series 5, First Duty?
The First Duty, that's... Oh, that's an important episode.
Yeah.
Might be season 6, yeah. That was the one with Locarno. Or should we call him
yes.
Tom Paris? Tom Paris.
Yeah. It's actually Tom
Locarno.
Paris, but just his other name. Yeah.
It is, but it was a rights issue and also because of something else.
Yeah.
Series 5 was the first duty.
Yeah, cool.
That was an important episode. The end of along with Cause and Effects, which was the Groundhog Day episode with Kelsey Grammer in it.
Yeah, that was good. Oh yeah, where the ship keeps blowing, the Enterprise keeps blowing up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah. The first duty, that was an important episode though.
Yeah, he felt guilt too, Wesley Crusher, because I mean Nick was trying to convince him not to tell, but he's like,
Yeah. Was that the first appearance of Ray Walston as Boothby? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Picard really does tell Wesley off in that one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a complete guy. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that was Cost First Duty. That was a very important episode with Tom Paris Locarno.
Yeah.
They changed the character in Voyager for the simple reason. Oh, we didn't think that Locarno was redemptive enough. He didn't think didn't think he had any redemptive qualities. But actually, it was because of they didn't want to give Ronald D. Moore or Naren Shankar any rights to anything in Voyager.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that was it. But in season 6, the episode Rascals was the first one I think to be directed by Adam Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy's son.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I think somewhere along the line we got another appearance of a TOS character in TNG somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Where were we? Was that the Ethics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Ethics. It was I think it was season 7, wasn't it? 6.
It was season 7. 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Relics. That's it. Beginning of season 6. Written by Alexander Singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm trying to remember that episode where Riker's he meets his twin, the one from the transporter malfunction.
Oh yes, was that season 7, wasn't it?
Or Tom Riker.
Tom Riker.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it was season 6. I think it was Second Chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, they were originally going to kill off the original Riker and have him become the kind of. I was reading about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
because Jonathan Frakes actually said he liked playing Tom more than he liked playing Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Riker, we know, reappears in Deep Space Nine, episode Defiant.
Yeah. Yeah.
We still see USS Defiant for the Marquee.
Yep.
Yeah. Timescape, that was a good episode. That was when you saw the runabout in the DS9 runabout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the one where it seemed like Riker was basically he was he was appearing to lose it and everything was going up crazy. That was Cause and Effect.
Oh. No, Cause and Effect was a time one. It was in season 7. It was one where he gets abducted on that mission.
Yeah.
Can't remember. It was season 7. It was a series 7 episode. Is it Dino himself?
Yeah, I think so.
One where he's doing that play.
Yes, that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh no, not Dino himself. That was the one with Data.
Yeah.
Remember. Yeah, I know what you mean. It was series 6 or in series 7.
Yeah.
Wasn't attached. Yeah. I feel that Next Generation started burning out a bit in season 7.
Yeah.
Might be Eye of the Beholder.
I didn't reach. I didn't get to season 7.
Yeah.
I didn't get there, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe it should have just stayed at 6 seasons instead of 7?
Might have been better as just 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But anyway, what is it? Series 6 anyway. I think we get the first glimpse of DS9, don't we?
Yeah, that's where they visit, right?
They visit Deep Space Nine in Birthright Part 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Deep Space Nine. So you get to see the DS9 in all its glory. And that's the only sequences, apart from like 15 minutes, they restored for the what we left behind.
Yeah.
Blu-ray. Of footage from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which has been in 1K. It was a lot of stuff reused from Emissary. A lot of shots reused from Emissary, the station, and the Enterprise Deep. That's the only stuff they've ever update to 1K.
Yeah, supposedly they don't want to put on Blu-ray because they think they didn't sell enough for next gen on Blu-ray or something.
Yeah, well, what it is they want to remaster it. They've got to do an algorithmic remaster, and it's a bit. The process isn't 100% great. They did it for Babylon 5.
Yeah.
So we know it works, but it's not a great process. What it does is it does. Do you remember? Oh, what was it? There's a film with I think Kevin Costner in it.
Okay.
Where he's with I think it's a Tom Clancy film with Kevin Costner in it, and they were in the CIA or something. They were in the Pentagon, and they were going over this footage. And they were enhancing the footage.
Yeah.
The algorithm kind of does that.
Okay.
Wow.
It might have been all the presidents, man.
Did you just say Tom Clancy?
Yeah. It was Tom Clancy. And they're enhancing this one photo. And that's kind of what it has to do. It has to do that for 24 frames per second.
Yeah.
So it has to enhance 24 photos, split everything down to 24 photos, enhance everything, sharpen it up with digital with a sharpening algorithm. Take all the blurriness of 480p up, for it can be then converts it to 1K, but takes all the blurriness out for 24 frames. It has to do that. And that takes ages.
Yeah.
They did it for Babylon 5, so technology is coming along, but Viacom CBS don't want to do it because they don't think it's worth it. Don't think it's going to sell. But DS9 was like one of the most popular series of Star Trek.
Oh, troll again! Did I add you as a mod? I thought I did, but I'm not sure.
There's a troll?
Because I added a PD Ritz, but I hope I didn't add the wrong one.
Oh, it's the
yeah, it's a Russian troll again. Russian troll.
Yeah,
well, actually, send me the link to your, and then I'll add you later.
Where's unwanted commercial? There, I reported it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give me a second.
It's happening in every live stream. It happened in Type 40. It's happening in Noel's. I think I don't know if it's happening in Daniel's channel.
Link to my channels in a private chat. They're useful.
Okay.
Yeah. They're used to you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Just link you to my channel.
Yeah.
Nothing on it though. Bit like problem being I don't really use my channel.
No,
I don't either.
I use everyone else. I have a channel slot like problem being I use everybody else's channels.
I don't either. I always say the same thing. I'm gonna do this and do that. Then I kind of chicken out. And I talked to PD about it. I was like, I want to do this and stuff like that because PD is a good pod and he can help me. He can help me. Like, how do I say? Whatever. Set things up, but it's just I don't know. I get nervous.
It's changing how everything works every so often, and so you do know where it works, and it's completely moved everything.
I get nervous. Like the previous videos I have myself is kind of cringy.
Yeah.
The last video I made is kind of hard. Well, kind of dark, but it's just like I don't know. I do want to. It's just I get self-conscious.
Yeah.
And also, how do I say? I want to really be out there, but then I'm a little scared for that. Mentally, I don't know how to handle it because I can be a tough person, But if it gets me on a really bad day, like a really low day, and it won't work, like I would, I don't want to go to that route. But I do really, really want to work on YouTube. Not make a career, but just a hobby, just to like talk, have these talks like we're having right now, and I won't really want to do that. It's fun. I think it's fun. Like right now, I'm here laying in bed. I'm sick, but at least it's fun having this discussion with all of you, and listening to PD know every single fact and trivia.
Me, I'm an encyclopedia of useless information. That's what I'm.
I'm just here listening what PD is saying about everything. By the way, just in case it's not bothering me at all, it's like wow. It's like he does a lot. It's like when I was with my pastor, he just keeps talking. Everything with his Star Trek.
Some people go to church, some people just watch Star Trek.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he did both. Yeah. He's like one of those really, really nerdy, I'm telling you, very nerdy, geeky people.
Yeah.
He was so geeky. I mean, he still is. Very geeky, very nerdy. He has a lot of comic books. He's seen a lot of movies, a lot of series. He loved. He watched Doctor Who. He loves Star Trek. Right. He's a big DC fan. In doing church service, he would wear his Justice League T-shirt.
Awesome.
And I was like, and the service is very beautiful, and there's praying, there's crying, and then when you kind of realize it, I'm like, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
It's like, that's my Justice League T-shirt, and he stands up, and he stands up at the podium, whatever, and he preaches and gives Bible studies, and he prays and everything, and all that wearing his Justice League T-shirt's hilarious.
Yeah.
But he's a big Trekkie fan, I learned a lot through him and my father, and I'm also learning through PD. Yep. It's like, wow, but it makes me want to go back and watch it, because I haven't watched season 7 at all. I haven't gone that far.
Yeah.
I want to watch Discovery just to join in the little rants thing and see, because from afar, from the previous previews I've seen and reviews I've heard and seen, it just looks so cringy. It looks so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's so.
It's just not Star Trek. It's just trying to be Star Trek.
Yeah. It just looks so fan fiction.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I cringed when there was the trailer with Michael Burnham. Was it? You will believe in it. You will go where no one has gone before, and I will. Got that.
Yeah.
I am honored to be in your company. That's right. That's what you said. I'm honored to be in your company. I was just like, huh?
No. Could you leave my company? Could you just please leave my company? You're doing my head in. Not you, Dave. You know what I mean. She does a head. Burnham.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing there won't be any William Shatner.
Not even.
I don't think so, because William Shatner is very anti-SJW.
Yeah,
I don't think they will.
He does. He's anti-progressive, isn't he? Yeah.
He's not into that bullshit.
Yeah.
Which I love him for it.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna happen.
No, he won't turn up for it. I don't blame him.
I know that. I think he was supposed to make a cameo for Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't know why it didn't happen, but he was supposed to make a cameo, and now it's least to happen in Discovery.
Yeah,
it's not And I don't think he's interested either.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, Burnham, you're nothing like Spock. You act nothing like Spock. You just go and whine and whine and whine about yourself all day long. Spock never did that. Spock never used to whine. You do. Damn it, my ears can't take any more. If Bones was here, he'd say, damn it, shut up. It's like, yeah. I don't know. It's just, it's just trying to be Star Trek, but it's just not Star Trek.
It's not Star Trek.
It's like not Star Trek. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It looks like a really bad fan fiction.
Yeah.
It is. It's like really bad, really, really bad fan fiction. I think that's... Yeah. Yeah, it's just bad fan fiction. But then again, I think Sadako subbed it up on season 7. I think it's parallels and all good things with the 2 best episodes. I agree. Yeah. I kind of like the last episode as well. The what was it? The one with the marquee in it. I thought that was a good episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we got to start seeing the marquee. Preemptive Strike was a good episode as well.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant episode. Very good episodes in season 7, but it was a bit of a hodgepodge season.
So PD and Dave, I'm going to ask you as the ultimate Trekkie fan, both of you.
Yeah.
who are also Doctor Who fans. Which do you think is worse in the way of like, should I say the word destroying the franchise or fucking up the franchise? Would you call it Star Trek or Doctor Who?
You want to go first, Dave, or do you want me to?
You go and I'll go.
At the moment, now, after all we've seen, I think Star Trek is more fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I think Star Trek is more fucked because at least at the end of the day with us now, Russell T Davies could come back and fix everything.
Yeah.
Got that chance.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Russell could come back and he could fix everything. Russell could come back and he could just ignore Timeless Children and say, I'm not touching it with a 50-foot pole. But he could also come back and fix the Timeless Children.
Very good point.
Yeah.
We have that kind of... There's an opportunity for everything to be fixed with Doctor Who. And Doctor Who's... It's not... Doctor Who's, because if it's a kind of structure, it could easily be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek, on the other hand, it's harder to fix now. It's just gone too far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the fact is we don't have any good, like, they're still going to go the same route they're going, and they don't have a good, like, writer and production team that would want to, go back to the way things were properly. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with Star Trek is most of the production team are now over with the Orville. That's it.
Yeah.
Literally, they're all over there with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still hopeful about RTD because I think he could still fix it. I know he has enormous pressure and he knows he needs to do something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he'll do it.
Yeah.
He'll pull his finger.
So I don't know if I quite agree with Sadako that's saying about so much Doctor Who because I feel like it can be done better. Yeah,
Doctor Who could be. I mean, what I'm hearing from Noel is they're going to put it in a different universe. They're going to say it's Pete's World or something.
Yeah.
Just have done with it and say, "Oh, that was on Pete's World. That's not this universe."
Yeah.
I said the way to fix that is quite easy. Just get John Bishop to go. Oh, didn't you know about the airships, Doctor? Yeah, they were banned after 2006 after the Batsy Power Station incident. Just completely explain where all the airships are gone. And that they're in Pete's World.
And Dave?
Yeah.
You feel the same way as PD?
Yeah.
Okay. And another question. Which hurts more? Like for me, okay, so I'm a huge Star Wars fan and Doctor Who. I'm a fan of Star Trek, but I'm not a Trekkie, a hardcore Trekkie like both of you. Like I'm learning a lot more with all of you. But so I'm gonna use me as an example. Right now, I think in that moment, I think the most painful for me was Doctor Who, but PD gave a good point about there's the possibility of Russell T Davies fixing it. So if we're going to remove Russell T Davies, let's just put it out of the picture right now. Which one hurts more as the way they fuck up the series, the franchise? Star Trek or Doctor Who? Which one hurts more?
You want to go first, Dave, or do you want me to?
I'm going to say when I first saw The Timeless Children, right? I felt like, before then, when Jodie was around, I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a chance. We'll see how it goes, right? But once I saw The Timeless Children, after that, I was sad. I was angry. I mean, sad and angry at the same time. I was just, I couldn't get over it after, for a long time, and it was hard. And I was just like, I almost, and I was like, you know what, this show is really passionate to me, so I'm not going to get rid of my merch. There was a point where I almost did. I'm not going to lie.
Wow. So it wasn't that like it didn't impact you as much as watching Star Trek Discovery?
I would say it did, maybe more so at the time. Because I wasn't really watching Discovery at that point, and I didn't really.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
So I didn't really see clips of Discovery till later. So the Timeless Children thing affected me more at the time. I'll be honest.
Yeah. But if you ask Dan Hadley, he'll probably tell you what I did. It's like, this time last year when the Gary released that tea tie thing. We'll call it tea tie.
Yeah.
From Eugene Roddenberry and his wife.
Yeah.
That's when I lost it. I had a bit of an Admiral Adama breakdown. I'd lost it completely. But with the Timeless Children, I turned around and said when I saw that episode, I was pissed. But I just turned around and said, I am done with this incarnation of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I used the word this incarnation. Because the nice thing about Doctor Who, because it has that fantasy element.
Yeah.
And it always has this from a certain point of view thing. The whole end of season 6 of Doctor Who had that certain point of view thing. I know Doctor Who can redeem itself. There is a chance it could be changed or redeemed under the right showrunner.
Yeah.
But this with Star Trek at the moment, it's just gone because the creator's son is just he's 100% behind all this progressive stuff. 100% behind Alex Kurtzman. And until Alex Kurtzman and he are rid of Star Trek, it's not going to go back to how it was.
Yeah.
And the positive thing about Star Trek is most of the people who worked on Star Trek are now over at the Orville. That's the only positive. So my attitude is I'm just transferring my flag from Star Trek to the Orville.
Got it.
And hoping that Doctor Who Russell T Davies will restore Doctor Who.
We're restored, that's the
and write the Timeless Children off as something stupid,
Or just
parallel universe.
Ignore it. I felt the pain when I was watching Star Wars.
Yeah. That was a hit.
I don't wanna go so much detail in Star Wars because there's too much to talk about, but I thought, all right. So the trilogy, I'm gonna call it the Disney trilogy, okay?
Yeah.
The first one, I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. It was watchable for me. I did not hate it, and I'm not gonna lie that I actually enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it's a good start, and I thought it was a soft reboot that is okay. I'm okay with it. The second one, I don't know what the fuck happened. It's like, I think it pained me what they did to Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah,
he's one of my favorite characters ever, and I was like, it just looks in vain.
Yeah,
at least make it not vain. Make it not this way. It was just done so bad.
Yeah, hey Matthew, welcome.
and then the third one, that was it. That was it. I didn't even talk about it on social media. I was so disappointed. I wanted to cry walking out of that theater. It was so wasted, completely wasted. But in a way, I mean, I can enjoy The Mandalorian, for example. For me, not a lot of people like The Mandalorian, but I did. I'm enjoying The Mandalorian. I still have not watched Boba Fett, but
you'll love episode 5. Let's just say that.
There's a lot of controversy.
You'll love episode 5
with Boba Fett because they're like, it's like it's divided into half.
Yeah.
I'll decide. I'll be the judge of that when I watch it. But I think for me, I don't know. I think Doctor Who was probably a bit more painful than Star Wars. I'm just here like talking and just kind of thinking about, because we're discussing all of this and as Trekkies and Star Wars fans.
Star Wars wasn't painful for me though. It wasn't as painful for the simple reason after George Lucas released the 2005 cuts. Yeah, it was like Star Wars has always been fiddled with anyway. I was like, oh god, they're fiddling with it again.
It's like, but it wasn't exactly. It wasn't for me. It was more painful. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm asking this because I had a friend who asked me the same thing. He's like, how do you feel? It's like, you know what? When he talked, like, which one is more painful, Star Wars or Doctor Who right now? It's like, Doctor Who right now. Back then, I mean, before this whole Russell T Davies thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it just felt like a complete destruction.
Yeah.
Like, more so than Star Wars. More so.
Yeah.
Because with Star Wars, well, like I said, we have The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. I mean, I'm fine with that. I love The Mandalorian. But it's manageable, right? It's manageable. You kind of forget about it, and it's even easier to ignore.
Yeah.
But with The Timeless Children, it's like, holy fuck! It's like 50 plus years.
Yes.
50 plus years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Building up canon. I mean,
almost 60 years.
This is this is older than Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
This is older than Star Wars.
Yeah, you know what was crazy too is I actually made a video, right, a year before it happened, right? And I said, when the whole Jodie's casting, I was like, I hope they don't go this route of, where they try and cancel the Doctor being originally a male. And it's weird. It's the year after then they released The Timeless Children.
I know. I mean, I was all for a female Doctor. I turned around and said, let's give it a chance, see what it's like. If it's bad after the first series, I'll just tune out.
Yeah. I showed Noel like a picture. A post that I made that I said, "Oh, this looks really, really cool." When Jodie was first announced, and giving likes to the commercials, or not commercials. Well, yeah, promos of the upcoming 13th Doctor.
Yeah.
I was loving it. I was living for it. And on Twitter, my God, I have to find those tweets. Yeah. I don't know how you can find them. I think you can find them, like, there's a search engine thing you can do on Twitter with the dates, because that was when she was announced. She was announced back in November 2017. And if I can find those tweets, I will post it. I was excited. I was looking forward to it. I was living it. I was looking forward to it. It's like, I'm talking about someone who just enjoyed Doctor Who, everything about Doctor Who. I enjoyed it. Even though bad ones, they consider bad episodes, like Love of Monsters and Fear Her, even though Fear Her wasn't written by Russell. But whatever, I don't know, it's just watchable. It's like one of those episodes that a lot of people take it more like, I hate it because this and that, but for me it's like butter. It's like, it's fun, still fun for me. So this is my attitude, so that you will know that this is how I was ready to watch this season. This era, this new era with Jodie Whittaker. And then I was like, it started beginning. It's like, okay, all right, oh, cool. I like your accent. I enjoy your accent. Okay, this is nice. She's charming. But then that by the end of the episode, it was like, maybe it'll get better. So it was on and off for me, on and off for me, on and off for me. Sky was it Skyfall? I think was the name of the episode.
Spyfall, yeah.
Spyfall. There was 2 parts to Spyfall, and that's when the Master was introduced. It wasn't bad. I did like the intro of the Master, even though I was confused. But yeah, I liked it. But I was like, I had mixed feelings about it. Orphan 55 killed it for me.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point here. So what I'm thinking before the Timeless Children is that it's just a boring, dull, lifeless era, like a series. That's what I was feeling, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same way that I was. I mean, I haven't watched it, but that's how I was interpreting for Star Trek Discovery. It's like I thought it was, it looked to me what I see kind of boring. So it's like, it's just boring. But then the Timeless Children happened, and that was okay. Yeah, it was boring, but it was complete destruction.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah.
It was just like destroyed everything, and that's why I felt it was harder for me Doctor Who than it was for me in Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
and this is something I've been thinking about ever since my friend asked me about this, and I was like, you know what, I think Doctor Who is the worst of all of them. Of all of them, more than Star Trek, more than Star Wars, even more than Lord of the Rings. I mean, I haven't seen the series for the Amazon, but I mean, it's a nightmare for all geeks.
I know. Yeah.
It's unbelievable because why? What for? And
exactly.
There's so many things that we were talking about. We have to deal with so many things outside of this bubble, or our nerd cave, that we have to deal with, and then they want to inject what's happening outside inside of the things that we love the most, that is a fantasy to escape. And it's like, why you gotta fuck it up?
I know exactly.
I'd rather have it stay boring, than to have it, change it dramatically.
I know.
So in order for her to have a motive or character development, which is not helping. That's something that it's bothering me. That, like, the same thing they did with Star Wars, like they changed everything around just to center it on Rey, and I ended up hating Rey. and I felt bad. I mean, I never had a problem with Rey. I actually loved Rey. Again, this look how fast and changes my attitude when something they change and they fuck up. Like, it's like they want to change everything, and this is where the woke thing happens.
Yes.
Why do you have to change everything around? Why do you have to fuck up everything? Fuck up all the other characters. The essence of this saga for this character who is a woman. For what? Just because she's a woman? Just to give her a purpose? To give her, this powerful being, a Mary Sue kind of thing. And that's what it is to me. And that's what they did with Jodie. Same thing. And I'm guessing that's the way they're doing the same thing with Star Trek right now.
Yeah.
And it's not working. And then they call us sexist and we're misogynist and blah 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 and all that stuff. That has nothing to do with it. It's like, we're not against at all. Me as a woman, and as a Puerto Rican woman, like, I love these female characters. I like I said, I live for them. just like Cena is one of my all-time favorite female characters
in like Xena.
Yeah, she's
in the
awesome.
science fiction thing world. I fucking love Cena. I have all the complete DVD set, and I love it. I absolutely am crazy about her. I love it. I wanted to be her when I was I wanted to be her so bad. But I just also I wanted to be Indiana Jones. I also want to be Princess Leia, and I also want to be Luke Skywalker. See, it's like why? Because in my eyes, it didn't matter really they were man or male or female. They were really great characters. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. As a female, of course, I'm gonna be more like how do you say, more excited like Princess Leia and more excited like Cena, because it's something that I want to be as a woman, right?
Yeah.
So it's natural for that. It's natural, and it's sad because nothing. I mean, these were very strong characters. Were written characters. There a lot of things happened to them, and not everything had to be completely destroyed. Just to give these main characters, the female, let it be whatever, a purpose, and that's what they did with Jodie Whittaker. And I remember somebody commenting on Twitter is saying that, oh, the Timeless Children was good because this is good character development for Jodie for the 13th Doctor. I was like, what? How the fuck?
So you want to ruin a franchise, develop the character? That's like burning your ship, you know.
How in the world?
Burning your ship to save the cargo.
Exactly, and the same thing happened with Rey, and the same thing is happening with. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, the same thing's happening with what's her name? This actress who's in Discovery right now. What's her name?
Burnham, yeah.
That chick. Same
Best
thing
as ever. Yeah.
Why? I mean, think about it. Why? Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I'm going too deep in this subject, but
no, they're sacrificing the franchise to save one little aspect of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and what makes no sense to me is like they want to go back to the past. They want to fix things, and I'm saying fix quote unquote. But if you look in the past, had they seen Cena? Have they seen Kill Bill? Have they seen
the thing about Xena is someone used to work on it. Kurtzman used to work on it, for God's sake.
Oh, I remember. I don't know if it's still going, but I remember they want to do a reboot or remake of Cena.
Oh, terrible.
That was a long time ago. They announced it. I hope they canceled it. I hope they don't do it.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to. Of course, they wanted to focus on the lesbianism. And that's a really bad thing, because see what the point of Cena and Gabriel is that it's a romance that's been building for a long time. It was best friend. There was family, and it's not like Cena is, oh, I'm a lesbian now, or Gabriel is a lesbian now. It wasn't nothing like that. It's just that they're both bonded, and they loved each other deeply.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. It's not like I'm gonna put a label on it. Yes, queen, slay, yeah. Wasn't nothing like that, and it kills the purpose of these two of why. I mean, they're actually, if I'm gonna classify, I'm not gonna label them. They're probably my favorite lesbian couple because they're great on screen. There's chemistry on screen, but it's done well. It's written well. It's years of development. It's the closeness that they both share, the suffering, the fallout that they both had, and it's pretty much all about love, because Cena loved a lot. Also, he also loved Hercules.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's that's what it is. But no, they want to put a label on it. And the same thing is happening with 13 or Jodie and what's her face? Plank. Jazz.
Yeah.
There's no chemistry. There's no chemistry at all. And it's like there's nothing there. And it kills the purpose. It kills it completely. I mean, I know a lot of Whovians are against romance in general, I'm a big romance trash. I'm trash. I love romance. Oh gosh, I'm running out of air. Excuse me. um, but point is that there's no chemistry between those two at all, and it's like why are you willing to displease so much of the fans that thanks to us is because this franchise kept going.
Yeah.
All of it. Star Wars, Star Trek, excuse me, Doctor Who. And I think it's so disrespectful. I mean, we're the ones who buy the merch. We're the ones who buy the t-shirts and the posters and the merch and the toys and the gadgets. We're the ones who go out of our way to our paycheck instead of paying the what's it called, the gas for the car.
Yeah, gas electricity or the rent.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it before. I'm not even ashamed to say it. I paid half of tank, and then the other half I will buy like a game or Funko Pop or something. But whatever, it's whatever the fuck. The point is that it stinks to us.
Yeah.
It stinks to us, but this is the way they repay. And of course, when we complain about it, we're man babies.
Yeah.
We're sexist. We're racist. We're all kinds of ists and phobes. And it's not about that. It's about the story. It's about the story, and we care so much about the story. And the story includes the characters. It doesn't matter what they are or even what they identify as. I mean, the point is, just don't fucking kill it. Make it good. Yeah. It's that simple.
Oh, Matthew said something funny. Jody will generate while snogging the plank.
She gets splinters. That's why she gets. She'll die from a splinter.
She's gonna get splinters. Yeah. While snogging the plank, she's gonna get splinters.
First doctor to die from STI.
Oh, I didn't. Wait, I'm reading the comments right now.
Herpes is very bad to friends.
It says, sorry, but oh fuck, I can't read this. Sorry, but I will watch most Jody's stories again over Love and Monsters. God, no. Sadako, no.
Oh, I'd rather watch Love and Monsters on repeat.
I'd rather watch Love and Monsters. I mean, if I can stare at David Tennant throughout the episode, I'm fine. I am fine with that. He's a big distraction enough.
He's only in the end or the beginning.
Right, but whatever. He's all I had to do is fast forward. Orphan 55 was horrific. It was such a bad episode. And this is, you know what's bad? This is what I mean, the difference between Russell T. Davies and Chibnall about when it comes to political theme. It was a political theme. What was it about? Global warming, protecting the planet. I have always been, since I was little, always been the little fucking nerd that recycle and protect our planet, and I loved watching Captain Planet and Steve Irwin. And I'm all about I am worried about climate change and the runaway greenhouse effect and all that stuff. I'm really into it. I mean, I've done projects on it, and for me to say that Orphan 55 is garbage, it's fucking garbage. It was so pandering. It was it made me want to actually dump garbage at the lake. It's like fuck this planet. I'm out. It made me want to do that and not recycle. But I mean, I'm saying as a joke, of course. But it was so bad, and that little speech at the end, it's like saying plastic bad. It's all your fault, and it's not the same. Like, even though it wasn't great in the episode, but still, the difference is Peter Capaldi, of course, is the what's it called? Oh my God, Forest.
Forest of the Night.
Yeah. And the theme was, again, how we treat our planet. And he mentioned it, how, we cut down trees and all that stuff. But it's different. It's done well, it's done well, and it's fucking bitter quality. And then when we complain about things like Orphan 55, and it's like, oh, it's because what is it? Is it global warming too triggering for you, or you're anti-planet? It's not nothing like that. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And I kind of hated that I have to like explain my background about myself, like, and like, hey, I'm pro this, I'm pro that, I'm progressive, I want equality for everybody, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But this episode is bad, and I hated that I have to be like this, kind of label, quote unquote, label myself to make them see that just because I don't like this episode or how this character is portrayed doesn't mean that I'm an ist or a phobe.
Yeah.
It's fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's fucking bad, or it's way like how do you say, like, in your face, like fucking politics. Like, okay, man, calm down. It's like, whoa, just chill. Because one thing is Doctor Who always had a political theme. Star Trek always had
but it was undertone.
It was undertone. The same thing with Doctor Who, though. I mean, it depends in the context as well. I mean, some were more direct, I guess you could say. Some were more subtle than others. But the point is that it's done well, it's executed well, and it doesn't take away the entertainment. It doesn't take away the character development. It doesn't take away the essence of the saga, the story. It doesn't take away anything. It doesn't. It adds, but it doesn't subtract. So, I mean, this is how I feel with these franchise today, and a lot of people who I've seen, actually, even on YouTube, complaining about these Trekkies. They're like, oh, these Trekkies are man babies. They're sexist because they're obviously you guys are sexist because you have a problem that there's a woman, captain. And when I see the other videos, it's like, it's not.
I got a problem with a captain who doesn't deserve to be in a captaincy as a captain. That's what I got a problem with.
Yeah.
It just looks so boring. It really does, and it's not. I want to watch it, like I said, just to kind of like join in the rant, but it's a boring.
Yeah, you'll see lower text. Oh, this is just bad Rick and Morty.
Oh. Okay, I'm running.
I watched the first episode of Lower Decks, and it was like I just literally just cringed. I didn't find any of it funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was coughing. If I put myself on mute, it's because I'm coughing.
Okay.
Okay.
There. I don't want to sound disgusting.
Oh boy, Sadako just mentioned Warriors of the Deep.
I've always said, as fast as stories go, Warriors of the Deep is just as bad as Chibnall's era for far left political trash.
Yeah. Warriors of the Deep wasn't that great.
I am okay with romance if done right, but was never keen on Lieutenant Roasting. Oh, I liked it. I mean, it was a bit juvenile. That's
yeah. We know someone who's obsessed with the Rose David Tennant thing.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. But
yeah.
I enjoyed more of the other.
Yeah.
That I think
PD knows.
Chibnall has a thing for furry dog pens. Furries. For furries.
That's what it was all about. Kevin was a furry.
Oh my god. Where was this? I think it was what show was it? With they showed fan fiction, or no, not fan fiction. Yeah, fan fiction, fan art.
Yeah.
Fan art with John Bishop.
Oh yeah, it is John Bishop.
Oh my god, that is. I don't know whether to laugh or.
Was that Kevin Oster or John Bishop getting penetrated?
It is so. It's. Let me tell you. Okay,
it's hard to explain. It was funny, but at the same time disturbing. And I do have a dark sense of humor, but hear me out. Think about it. It is kind of quite disturbing. I mean, it's like, I remember when I used to have Tumblr. Sometimes you type in something and you know, just to, I want to reblog this because I'm a fan of this. I remember one time I was looking for 90s stuff, like 90 cartoons, like SWAT cats. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like this popular Tumblr girl just to show everybody that I'm a fan of SWAT cats. And I went in and I was like, SWAT cats,
T-Bone and Razor,
and all of it was pure porn.
Oh,
damn. Porn. It was so disturbing. I'm not joking. I did not sleep that night. It was that hardcore. And it's like it's laughing. It's like you laugh, but at the same time it's like, oh, you know. And that's how it was when I saw the little fan art thing that they did with John Bishop and that and Scooby. It was like haha, it was like that to me. This is if you think about it. Wow, this is how bad this fandom has gone. It's gone
I
to this
know.
point.
I saw it. Noel showed it. It was awful.
And I've seen some bad.
Rabbi showed it.
Bad. How do you say bad? It's always been, all fandoms have been like that. All fandoms have this weird, like, what do you call shipping kind of thing. You know, like, oh, I like this person with this person, or the makeup stuff, and it's like, ugh. But holy fuck, it's like. Why would you show? And you know what? I don't think that was a good idea to show that, because it just kind of gives a bad light to the fans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean that's my personal opinion. Excuse me. Oh gosh, here I go. Same thing they did with Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe with what's his name? Oh my god. The actor who played Malfoy.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Tom Felton? Felton, something like that. Yeah, I think his name is Tom. They showed drawings, fan art or whatever of him and Malfoy. It's like,
I always thought that was happening in the background.
Huh?
I always thought that was happening in the background between them. I thought Malfoy and Harry were secretly getting it on.
Oh!
Never know.
What happens at boarding school stays at boarding school.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, oh gosh. No, I don't want
to. Yeah.
TMI, right? Too much information.
TMI, yeah.
Yeah, but do they eat pedigree chum?
Yeah.
Pedigree chum. God, I still haven't seen Eve of the Daleks. I still haven't. I watched it. I mean, I started watching it.
Yeah.
And I just zoned out. And I started like I'm not the kind of person to be like in the phone all the time. I'm not like that. But I started going through my phone. It's like just distracted. An episode will be playing in the background, and then I go back and say, okay, well, I'm gonna go back. And I get tired, and then I change it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that the little patience that I had left, I think it's gone.
Yeah.
I think it's gone. But eventually I will watch it, and I kind of do have to, though, because, I mean, come on, I've gone this far. From series 11, 12, these 6 dumb episodes, I can do this. I gotta keep going. I gotta finish this. It's like reading a bad book. It's bad, but okay, I just gotta finish it. You started it, let's finish it. Ugh. And we kind of went off subject.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
On the subject ages ago.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Well, I think we kind of finished Star Trek. I think we kind of finished Next Generation, so I think we're good with that part.
Yeah, I think we did. But at least we kind of summed everything up right together and speak how we feel, because it is part of the subject, the Star Trek, how it's affecting the franchise and the fans.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me as a Star Wars fan. It's hard for me as a Doctor Who fan. That's why I asked both of you this question. As major Trekkie fans, God, you feel, because, so, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh gosh.
I think, as I said, Star Trek got hit by worse because it's just in very bad hands at the moment. It's going to be in bad hands for another 3 years, and there's no light at the end of the tunnel for Star Trek. But Doctor Who, it's got like science fantasy theme. It can be retconned or ignored.
Yeah,
ignored.
Forward.
I don't mind as long as it starts saying like, I'm the Doctor from Gallifrey.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm like, okay, that means that if it says like I'm like I don't care. Like, just say something that confirms to me. Okay, that's the subtle way of saying the Timeless Children never happened.
Yeah.
It's never happened. It's the same way. Like, I mean, when how do you say, like, when we got started again in 2005.
Yeah.
I had no idea there was a Doctor Who movie. I had no idea. But when I watched it, I mean, he was half human.
Yeah.
and Russell, he ignored that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that was the Leakley Bible. If you ask a rabbi, he might give you a copy of the article, the Leakley, and it will show you loads of things that wanted to check. John Leakley wanted to put into it, and they changed at the end. They took it out.
Yeah.
So there's loads of things like Ulysses. His father was supposed to be the Doctor's father was supposed to be a guy called Ulysses who got trapped in time. Ulysses, as in the Ulysses. Yeah, it was supposed to be the Doctor's father, and he married a
the Master was going to be the Doctor's brother, right?
That's the one.
Ah, really?
That's where it's all from. It's all from the original TV Bible, the John Leakley Bible.
Ah, okay.
Which got changed, luckily. That's why it's never Doctor Who. Things can change, but they can also change back. It can rewrite its own timeline. That's why it's bad. I said after the Timeless Children, I turned around and said, I'm sick of this era. I said, I'm done with this era. All I'm going to do is watch
I'm done with this era. I'm done with the fans. I mean, I want to say fans. I don't want to say that. I'm talking about the stands. The stands. Not fans. You can be a fan of this era. That's okay.
The stands and the platformers,
I'm not against. I know people who are personally fans of this era, but they're not annoying. They don't call you sexist. They don't go. I'm talking about the stands. Those are very toxic.
The Jodie stands, all the platformers.
The platformers, right?
Okay, so Doctor wants us to talk about all good things as a finale.
Yeah, last episode of Next Generation. It's two-parter. Yeah, it has a future Enterprise D in the one with the 3 warp nacelles.
Yeah,
everybody screamed and shouted, ranted and raved when I saw it. They said, "Oh, you've destroyed a studio model!" And in Deep Space Nine Series 4, you see that studio model again. It's fine. Yeah. That was a good episode. It was about time. We sort of see the future, and it's just an alternate future of the Federation.
Yeah, then Picard kind of had that kind of dementia or something, huh?
Iramotic syndrome.
Yeah.
Which by the end of the episode showed that it was just Q doing that to him. It wasn't actually Iramotic syndrome. So I don't know where Kurtzman got that from. he still had Irremotic syndrome. He didn't. It was Q moving him through time. He thought he had Irremotic syndrome and he was going crazy, but it was Q moving him through time.
Yep.
So I don't know where that came from. But yeah, it was a good episode. It was like about what could happen, and how you move apart. Stupid decisions can move you apart in time. How you can break away.
I love the scene with the goo too. That was good.
Yeah. Oh, the goo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Q. Yeah. So it's all It was all that they created. They created an anti-time paradox.
Yeah.
By making the rift bigger. It was a good episode. It was a good farewell story. A lot of people were crying by the end of it and saying it's all over, it's all over, it's all over, but they were working on Star Trek Generations in the background. That's why Star Trek Generations just seems to be a very expensive TV movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what all that's about. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what that was all about. I mean, Star Trek, it was the last episode. DS9 was during its second season at the time.
Yeah.
But I think we'll save DS9 for next week if we do have one next week.
Yeah.
And also save the TNG movies because they're more in line with DS9 and Voyager. Time-wise.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do. I don't know. What do we do? We want to talk about the movies on the Voyager one or the DS9 one? What are you thinking?
I did DS9 one because they're more related to DS9 because the Voyager was a Delta Quadrant and it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
You didn't really see the after effects with DS9. You did. More effects, more related to DS9 and Voyager. Voyager wasn't mentioned in movies until the last one.
They should have ended with season 6. The quality dipped after.
Yeah, it did actually. I mean, Seneca, I feel the same way.
Yeah, this was Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew Pounder. Yeah, they just dipped a little bit. It was like something missing from season 7. I think they were concentrating too much on the DS9, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Concentrate because as I said next week, it was like DS9 was weird because the first series it didn't know what it wanted to be. Halfway through the second series, it kind of found its legs.
Yeah.
But that's for next week.
Next week. Hopefully, I'm not hacking myself.
Next week. Yeah. Oh well, it was an interesting little dive. And more into Doctor Who than Star Trek, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, why not?
Yeah. So everyone's happy. You got on for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah.
That's a lot for me. I mean, with the condition that I'm in right now, like.
Yeah. We're on for 3.5 hours while you're ill.
Exactly. I'm like choking my phlegm and everything. Excuse me for the TMI, but it's pretty bad.
Ask Rabbi if you want to see the Cavanista stuff. He might have it.
I sent Rabbi a friend request. I don't think he responded yet though.
Depends which one you went to on Facebook. He's got 2. Don't go for the one with his channel logo on. Go for the one with a picture of him on it.
Yeah, I think that was the one that I sent.
Give him a nudge as well. Send him a message and say hi. It's Melina.
Okay.
Just give him a nudge. Sometimes you need to give Rabbi a little bit of a nudge.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's on tomorrow, isn't he? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow he's on. Yeah, it's last day of January today.
Wow, already, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the lighter evenings. Yeah, it's these winter is terrible, worse than lockdown. When you're out running around, it's a lot better. But when you're in lockdown, it's worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Gone over it. We've gone over an hour. We've got for over 3.5 hours now, Dave. So you got a 3.5 hour show here, mate. We'll get monetization.
It's your call. It's your call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should probably get to cleaning. Actually, there's some cleaning I got to do.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. So thanks so much, Melina. Thanks so much, PD. And we'll do DS9 next week.
Yep.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed as well. Sadako, Matthew, and then Tarzan came on briefly earlier. All right. Take care. Peace. Have a good one. Bye for now.
Bye.